Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Ohio State's full schedule for the 2026 football season was released yesterday. The Buckeyes will open up with Ball State on September 5th. They'll have their lone bye week following the Indiana game and before they travel to LA for a Halloween matchup with USC. The Columbus Blue Jackets will be looking for their third straight win after their game was postponed Monday. They'll take on the Flyers at Nationwide Arena tonight at 7:30. But coming up this morning at 8:30, Charlie Coyle will join T-Bone and Tyvis. Coyle played in his 1,000th NHL game last week and will be recognized for the achievement before tonight's game. And finally, the Cleveland Cavaliers are at home tonight. They're hosting LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, improving health, eating better, losing weight. Have you started your New Year's goal? Visit awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning. Go to hell. Tyvis, are your children still at home?
They are.
My children are still at home.
They are.
Dylan is back, by the way. Hello, producer Dylan.
Slacker.
Yes.
Good to see you again.
My child is no longer at my home. She's at her mother's home, but we
Right.
were snowed in together for the past 5 days.
Yeah, right.
Isn't it good to have father-daughter time?
Yeah.
Of course
it
it
was.
is.
I mean,
of course it is.
Did you get her a bagel with lunch meat and all that stuff?
Lunch meat and all that stuff.
Yes.
That's her-
I mean, I wasn't expecting to have her Monday night, so I kind of sort of ran out of food. She ended up eating a bagel with cream cheese for her last meal at my house, which she likes and is a fine meal, I guess.
It is. It is a fine meal.
If my parent gave me that, I would be pissed off, but she wasn't.
So you're one that said that you don't cook unless she's there, correct?
Yes.
So you cook for 5 days.
I tried, but I ran out of groceries.
Well, sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you can't get out because you're
Right.
probably like snowed in. So that also sucks. So yeah, it's so did you start ordering some Uber Eats or
no, like I said, her last meal was just a bagel with cream cheese. I ran out of everything else.
that?
So
Yeah.
you got to go to the grocery store.
Yes, after the show. My pickup, because I don't go in the store, Tyvis.
Oh,
I
look
can't
at
be
you.
bothered.
Look at you. You know
That is
what?
that is the most high maintenance thing I've
It's
ever
not.
heard. Yes, it is.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with him?
No, that's nothing. Now, here's the problem with me is I'm lazy. So
Well,
I
that's
don't.
what
so
you
I-
think his deal is.
No.
Yes. No,
That's-
T-Bone, don't defend me. It's ridiculous.
Hang on. I'm telling you, I am not organized enough to do. I think you guys have it backwards. Even you, Dylan, who does it, you're like shaming yourself. I'm jealous of people who are organized enough to get up and say, all right, I need this, I need that, I need that, I need that. And then they hit the button, and then magically 4 hours later, they can roll into a parking spot. Someone brings it out to their car, sticks it in their car, and says, thank you very much, have a nice day, and you leave. It's efficient, it's smart. It probably saves you a little money because you're not in there like in the grocery store panicking, buying
T-Bone,
and stuff.
why can't you just be like me? You get a list and you go and get nothing else but what's on that list.
And what'd you do the last time you went to the store? You told me the damage. What was the Dylan, take a guess. Last time Tyvis went to the grocery store.
I went to the store Monday after the show.
Okay.
How much you think I spent at the grocery store? Now, granted, it's not like I went by my wife was on FaceTime and she was like telling me everything to get.
So you are her like
Personal shopper.
yeah,
correct.
click
Yeah.
list, quick pick, whatever they call it. Yeah.
They don't
That's
call it that
her picker.
anymore. It used to be called a click list. Now they just call it pickup.
pickup. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Thank you for
Yes.
clarifying. So how much do you think you spent?
Family
I
of
went to
four.
Walmart.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a variable, right?
I'm going with $450.
Ooh, he's close.
Oh, he was close. I way undersold.
$403 to be exact.
There you go.
This is what I spent.
That's,
so
must
I
be
ain't
nice.
door dashing a thing. They better eat everything that's at their house.
Well, pickup is free if you spend over $40, which is easy. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's
well,
right.
it was free for her too because I was there.
Exactly right.
Also, Tyvis, you need to understand that you used to play in the NFL. You're one of the most disciplined people on the planet.
What does that have to do with anything?
People like me and T-Bone, we go in the store. We can't just get what's on the list and what's quote-unquote needed. We see some other stuff that we like, and we're like, yeah, this too.
This is exactly how me and my wife get into these type of arguments, is because I don't understand how you can. So what's the point of the list?
The point of the list is to stick to it, but you're disciplined and you stick to the list. You see, he doesn't even understand what I'm saying.
No, I'm with you because Dylan, I'm the same way. Where it's like I have the list, but like the other day I went in there and I had the list, and you know what I didn't have on my list? Reese's peanut butter Oreos.
Right.
However, I went in the store and the entire shelf was just Reese's peanut butter Oreos, and I said, "It's time to go. I got to change. That's an audible." I'm sitting there, Omaha, like I'm changing it right on the line of scrimmage. I'm pointing out the mic, and I'm like, we're going to get a few of those in the basket. So that's what we did.
I do it to save myself money, because if I let my wife go, my wife can't go alone because the kids are going to want to go.
Oh,
so now if you got the wife and the kids alone and they ain't the ones paying for it, load the cart up.
This is it's funny. You and Lauren are the inverse of me and Melissa, where you are Melissa and I am Lauren in our relationship, because if I take the kids with me, I come back and Melissa's always like, what the hell did you spend all this money on? And I'm like, well, our lovely children who we care about and are going to hopefully send through college and hopefully support the rest of their lives in some way, shape, or form.
They better get a scholarship.
They wanted something, and I felt bad not getting it for them. And
see, that right there gets me. You got to tell them no, man.
I do tell them no. I tell them no so many times on so many other things when they're like, Dad, instead of Golden Grams, we have Lucky Charms. And I'm like, you know what? We're not made of money, but why not both? Why not? Because I still want the Golden Grams, but they want the Lucky Charms. And secretly, I'm also in the mood for Lucky Charms now and then. So I'll be fine.
You eat cereal?
What do you mean I eat cereal? Yeah, sometimes.
You know, I haven't had a bowl of cereal in maybe, it's probably been close to 10 years.
I don't eat cereal either, Tyvis.
Oh, my God. You guys are insane.
My kids love it, but I don't eat no cereal.
Now, be fair,
no cereal.
I'm not usually buying the cereal for me. Like I said, it's because when we have kids in the house and when they come around saying, what can we have for breakfast? We're like, go get some cereal. Leave me alone. Like we're tired. We have 3 of them. Some days it's just like, go make yourself a bowl of cereal. So that's why we buy it. But now that it's in the house, yes, I eat it because it's there.
Bro.
I'm going to be honest. I grew up such a spoiled brat that my mom woke up every morning and made me breakfast, that when my friends were like, we eat cereal at my house, I'm like, peasants. Why does he go wake your mom up? Tell her to make you some eggs and bacon.
But that's what I do, though. Like if my kids tell me they're hungry, instantly I'm gonna either make some bacon and eggs.
How much bacon is? I mean, I'm just saying.
Expensive.
It is.
I'm saying. I mean, I go and get the cereal in part because they'll eat it, and then the whole box is like $4 or $5, $6 if you're getting really big size of it.
Do you read the ingredients that's on it? See, my wife is on this health kick right now.
Cereal, where it's got grain in it.
Nah, my wife is on all this. What she call it? Type 1 carnitine, or what is it called?
Sure, I know exactly.
I don't know
I've never heard of that.
Whatever the word is.
Type 1 carnitine?
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't even know what it is. It's like a bunch of carcinogen. Maybe that's the word.
You're eating carcinogens, which are cancer-causing things.
Bang.
That's not
my
what
wife is big on that right now.
She wants you to eat carcinogens?
No. She don't.
Is she an auntie from Colorado? Dylan, you weren't here for this yesterday, but my God, you missed a moment.
That's what they was called. I can't. You got to address a group by their name.
Okay. He was talking about the people who love Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
Who apparently are also Colorado University fans. And he was saying how they were like an auntie for that group. Like they're the auntie of Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
All these people treat
that makes sense.
So they were I'm going to say it as, I'm going to pause so much when I say this. Pause, aunties. But when he said it all together, I almost had a stroke. I thought we were going to get kicked off the air. So, yeah.
Just telling you, I'm trying to address them by their name.
If you
panicked.
If you also
You
missed
panicked.
that, I did panic because if their name was something that's offensive, I'm not going to put it out
Yes,
there.
their name is not offensive.
It depends who you ask. Here's what I know. If you missed that, you can go find the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis.
Isaiah
go to
dunked
about
it.
the last. No, he didn't. Go to the last. Well, if he did, it's still on the podcast. That's a little secret news there. But it's the last 20 minutes of the show, maybe.
It's the
maybe
last segment of the show.
It wasn't the last segment. It was right before the last segment.
You sure?
Yeah, because we had Baker on.
Oh,
after
that's
that.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was the next to last segment. That was when it was. And Isaiah was confused. He was like, "Should we dump it?" I'm not exactly
By
sure.
the way, Rusty's asked, "Is my wife going to be in the chat today?" She probably will not.
She did stop in there yesterday.
Yeah, she was in there yesterday. She said that somebody said GTH. She said, "I don't understand that link."
Yeah, that's all right. I know my wife wouldn't. If I said GMGTH, she would be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G to you too.
I don't know
Like, what are we
that
talking
means.
about?
She said, "I don't know what that means."
My wife would be like GFY. I would say, well, how is that different than normal, honey? As a matter of fact. All right. We'll take a break. Ohio State has the schedule out. Yes, you can get the schedule is here. And if you're hoping for a big night game in the shoe, well, I'll tell you what the possibilities are of that. Spoiler alert, not great. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Already seeing multiple crashes on our roads, and it's only 6 o'clock. Over on the west side, we have a crash 70 eastbound at State Route 29 by West Jefferson. That left lane and shoulder is blocked. By Hilliard, the right lane is blocked on 270 north, just passing Cemetery Road. We also have a disabled vehicle over on the north side by Westerville. The right shoulder is blocked on 270 west, just passing 71. And expect some lane closures on that 71 southbound ramp as you head towards State Route 161 because of yet another crash. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
College. A time to broaden the mind, question, learn. A time to challenge the status quo. And eat a ridiculous amount of pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of The Ohio State University and the unofficial bank of pizza. Let's go Bucks! Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. And app only.
It's Timmy Hall and AI Common Man. Happy to ring in another year with our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Mikey, do you want to be a millionaire? Hollywood is the place to do it.
From now until March 25th, you have the chance to win $1 million instantly. And here's something Mikey likey. All new brunch items at the Sportsbook restaurant and bar like Biscoff stuffed French toast, country Benedict, or roast beef hash skillet. Yummy.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
For the past 100 years, Shriners Children's has become family to over 1.5 million kids.
In tough times and good times, they're there when we need them most.
Please go online right now to loveshriners.org.
It's easy to think of winter as a time when not much is happening in the landscape or in the pest and disease world. However, there are a couple of services that can help your trees and shrubs during the colder months, like horticultural oil and anti-desiccant applications. Visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org to learn more and to find an ISA-certified arborist in your area who is trained and has the proper equipment to perform your tree work safely.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Jake Diebler's Buckeyes hit the road for a Big Ten battle with Wisconsin.
Live fan coverage starts Saturday at 1.
Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
The bone-chilling cold is how we start off our day today, with feels like temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below zero. As we go into the day, expect skies to be partly sunny with highs in the teens, but still feels like we'll be 10 to 15 below. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy with skies turning mostly clear overnight. Feels like yet again as low as 10 degrees below zero. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
The YouTube chat always wins. Rusty in the chat today said, T-Bone, we all know that you make a list when you go to the grocery store, then reward yourself with buying candy for finding all the items.
That's terrible.
He's 100% accurate on that. He then said, Tyvis, you do the same thing. You just hang up before your wife sees it. So that's also
actually
I think that's accurate on both accounts.
I did not.
I think that's right.
I didn't get myself one thing.
He eats a Reese's Take 5 in the store and throws away the wrapper in the parking lot.
Nope.
I mean,
I wasn't
destroy
gonna
the evidence.
I wasn't going to do that because when I did this grocery shopping on Monday, it was like 10 in the morning, so like it was way too early to be eating candy. And my wife talks about you every day because she's like, now that she's pregnant, she wants like a Coke. But it'd be like in the morning. She's like, I'm about to pull a T-bone. I'm about to drink a Coke.
I drink a Coke Zero for what it's worth. I mean, I don't go full blown sugar on. Even I have limits, Tyvis. So
she's just like everybody in this chat, just all drinking Cokes before noon. What sense does that make?
Does she drink coffee?
No, no. She go to Starbucks every now and again, but she's not a coffee
Because to me, what's the difference between drinking coffee before noon and drinking a Coke before noon? Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know.
Yeah, I drink nothing.
A Coke is essentially an iced coffee with some carbonation.
The only thing you need to be drinking, you could drink orange juice, apple juice, water.
I could drink whatever I want.
Or
I'm 32 years old.
Like
that's
cran grape or something like that.
Cran grape with a little vodka in it. It's delicious. Excellent way to start your morning.
Tyvis, do you believe in brunch?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
No,
brunch
I don't.
is great.
I don't. I think whoever came up with that is just lazy. That was a lazy.
Share? Do you believe in brunch after brunch? Because I do. I believe in a double brunch.
I hate that.
The Ohio State schedule is out for 2026. That's the year we're in. So, hey, this year's football schedule is now known. We knew all the opponents. We kind of knew the order, but now we've got the full thing from the Big Ten. All the Big Ten teams have their schedules out as of yesterday. So here we go. Home games. You've got Ball State on September 5th. Kent State. Big deal for Dylan.
Yes.
That's your guys
Maybe
coming
I'll
in.
Go watch them lose by 7.
September 19th. These are the home games only. Illinois, September 26th in the shoe. Maryland on October 10th. Then you have Oregon. They play a home game on October 18th. Is that right? No, October 10th. And they don't play another home game for almost a month. That's the Oregon game where they'll play November 7th. Northwestern, November 14th. And Michigan, that is on November 28th. So Now we're going to do the road games. Texas is obviously on the road because that was at home last year. They're at Iowa on October 3rd. They're at Indiana on October 17th. They're at USC on Halloween, October 31st. And they finish off their road slate at Nebraska the week before the Michigan game on November 21st.
So their schedule boils down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games.
Oh,
6.
It's a tough schedule.
Games. They got
now.
6 games this year where it's like, okay, Texas, Iowa, Indiana, USC, Oregon, that 3-game stretch going to be, whew.
At least you get a bye week mixed in, so it's at Indiana, then a bye week, then at USC, then Oregon at home. But those could all be top 10, top 15 matchups.
Well, if USC paid for their class this year, so if those freshmen come in and make an impact, obviously they got Mayava coming back, so that they got the quarterback. That should be a good game. It really should be. Lincoln Riley versus Ryan Day. That should be a good game.
Yeah. So here's the other point of this that I want to, because I instantly saw this schedule, and I don't know if I'm on the spectrum, but if I am, it's when I find things that are very benign that I suddenly am like, I'm going to do an hour's worth of research on this to figure it out. So last night when I saw this come out, I thought, hey, is there any chance we're getting a big noon kickoff? Right?
A big noon?
Not a big
I'm about
noon
to say,
kickoff.
yeah, we're getting a lot of them.
Yeah, right. Are we getting a night game at the Shoe? Because obviously the Texas game at Texas, that's going to be a night game.
Yes,
ESPN will have the rights to that.
That's correct.
If you don't know how this works, there's a good New York Times article. I'll try to remember to tweet it out from @BoneandTyvis971 on Twitter, because there's an article they did last year that explains the whole process. It is essentially a draft for all the games that the partners of all these TV networks have, right? So when it comes to the Big Ten, there's a draft between all those TV partners. All these Big Ten games, the rights to those go to Fox first. Then I believe it's CBS and NBC. I don't know which order is which. I think they both flip-flop. But they literally have a draft that they do. Last year they did it in April. So that's probably when they'll do it again this year. They do the draft, and that is how they pick which network gets which games. Fox pays so much money for the rights. Fox has the top 3 picks in the draft. Okay? So every year, what do you think their number 1 pick is? If they're picking
Team up north versus Ohio State.
Every year, that is the number 1 pick. They pick that.
Yes.
Now, the second game that I think they would probably choose is Ohio State at Indiana. Wouldn't you? That's a matchup of the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah.
That's the 2 last national champions back-to-back playing on the road. Assuming that Indiana is any good next year and that Ohio State has not dropped a game or 2, that's probably going to be they're going to pick that anyway, because they're just going to say we want that game. And if you don't know, when they pick these games after week 4, they can decide to not take the game they picked. They can pick the best game from the weekend. So, for example, that Indiana game is what is that, week 7 or 8, whatever it is. They can decide if Indiana, let's say, loses every game, or Ohio State loses every game, they can decide not to take that game and just take the best game of all the Big Ten games from that week. Kind of similar to, remember last year with Penn State?
Yeah.
Ohio State and Penn State. Penn State had lost their quarterback, had fired their coach. Everybody's like, oh, this is a terrible game now. Well, there was a debate on whether or not Fox wanted to pick it.
Yeah.
So they ended up still taking it, but they waited till the 6th day before the game to make that decision. So they ultimately decided to keep that on Fox. The third game that I'm thinking they will look at, of all the Big Ten games, I saw a list, CBS Sports put out a list of the top 10 biggest games in the Big Ten this year, okay? They had number 3 was that Ohio State-Indiana game. Number 2 was Michigan-Ohio State. Their number 1 game, number 1 matchup of all the Big Ten games this season was Oregon at Ohio State. Going to be a banger of a game, right?
Well, and that's definitely going to be, it's a noon game. If it was at Oregon, it'd be a night game. But because it's here, it's 100% going to be big noon.
I would be shocked. That game is on November 7th. I would be shocked if Fox does not use one of their top 3 picks to take the OSU-Michigan game, OSU-Indiana game, and then that third one, Oregon at Ohio State. Because like you said, being here, they will put that at noon.
Yeah.
And by the way, Fox, just know when they pick, their number 1 game of the week will always be on noon. This has been well established. I know we went through this the last couple of years. They don't put these games at night on we're going to put it on Big Boy Fox at night. Now how that works. They have Big Noon established for a reason. They will keep it on there. And so I Oregon, Ohio State's the one I would want to be a night game. I think that's the best one on the schedule for the home slate, obviously, other than the Michigan game, which isn't going to be a night game. So that's the only one. And I went looking on November 7th to see what are the other Big Ten matchups. They're not great.
Don't worry. We'll get Kent State at night.
That's exactly the one I thought would be a night
Maryland.
game. Yeah.
Listen, Maryland could be one of those trap type games.
Okay, but
Maryland got the quarterback Malik Washington had a pretty good freshman campaign. Yeah. They had 2 edge rushers last year. I don't know if they still. I think they were young, so I believe that they're returning. So they got some stuff. Yeah. And then you could overlook it. You just played Iowa. The next week you playing Indiana. That could be the trap game.
It could be a trap game. This schedule is incredibly tough. So I mean, I'm not trying to downplay that part of it either. It is going to be a very tall order for Ohio State. We obviously know Julian Sayin needs to improve. You are losing some big talent off this defense for the third year in a row now? Second year in a row?
Second year.
Yeah. So, you got to hope that replacement that comes, all the replacements that come in, some of the guys they got in the portal will help with that. But assuming that Ohio State can take care of business and can, hopefully hold serve on a lot of these games, that Oregon game looms large. And that's the one I'd love to see be a night game. But, folks, I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to happen.
No, it's not happening.
No, I think you're spot on because you were looking at the home games. You said Fox has the top 3. There's no way that Michigan and Oregon aren't 2 of those 3. So then it comes down to Indiana and Texas, and those are both road games.
Well, and they don't have. Well, they have the rights to Indiana, obviously.
Yeah,
because it's still a Big Ten game.
Texas last year was Big Noon.
Yeah, because it was Ohio State hosted. When Texas hosts, it becomes whoever their SEC contract is, and that's ESPN.
So that will be a night game.
It'll be a night game
on probably ABC. Yeah. But unfortunately, it's not here in Columbus.
Right. So there will be probably a night game,
baby. 7 p.m. on the Peacock.
I'm not trying to be a killjoy. I'm not trying to I hope Oregon Ohio State gets a night game treatment. But the only way that happens is this, I think, because I look to see what other games. Because again, Fox doesn't have the rights to every college football game. Like Miami and Notre Dame play on November 7th, that same weekend that Ohio State and Oregon play, but that's an ACC game, right? Miami is hosting that. That's an ACC game. So that would go to ESPN to pick that game. Fox can't pick it and say, we want that game on Big Noon. It's not how it works. Of the games they can pick, they do have the Big 12 contract. BYU and Utah, the Holy War, is that weekend. And those could potentially be top 10 teams. But if you're sitting in a boardroom in April trying to pick which game you want for your TV network, which one's going to make you the most money, get the most eyeballs, is it BYU, Utah, or is it Ohio State, Oregon? Right?
Listen.
I'm just telling you. And if Fox picks Ohio State, Oregon, they will put that at noon. Promise you. They are not going to put that at night.
Like I said, get ready. The best night game we can get at the shoe is O State, Maryland. That wouldn't be. And you know what's going to happen?
Maybe that Illinois game?
You know what's going to happen?
What?
CBS going to pick it up. 3:30, baby. 3:30.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You want an Ohio State night game? Book your flight to Austin.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Or the other one that might be a night game, seriously, is when they go to USC. That one, I could see that one being, because again, it comes down to who gets the pick, and CBS or NBC will get that. The top 3 go to Fox. The 4th pick goes to one of those networks. I could see one of them saying, especially I could see NBC with the night window. They have a night game. I could see them saying, why don't we just take that USC game? Because that's out on the West Coast. No one's going to be mad if we put that at night. None of the West Coast people will be screaming that it's 9 a.m. their time. We can have that game at night. And then that might be a night game for Ohio State too. But again, not in the shoe. So I jumped right over, are they going to win or lose these games? I immediately went to, is there a night game at the shoe on the schedule? And sadly, I don't think there is.
Kiss it goodbye.
It sucks. I hate it. All right. You know what else I hate? The voters for the Pro Football Hall of Fame who had to decide on who to put in for this very specific committee that they have. They've lost their damn minds. We're going to talk about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you're heading to the airport, a heads up. The left lane is currently blocked on 670 East at 5th Avenue because of an incident out there. Over on the east side, there is a ramp. That was 16 and Broad Street ramp to 270 northbound is blocked because of a disabled vehicle out there. The left lane is also blocked on 270 West, just passing Alum Creek Drive in our southwest corner as you're passing Groveport. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at franklincountyauditor.com.
Why settle for a cold burrito when you can get toasted at Hothead Burritos? Crispy golden on the outside, perfectly melted cheese on the inside. Create your burrito, quesadilla, or bowl and get it toasted at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
1, 2, 3. Here at the Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan. If your kid is complaining about not wanting to go to school, blast the volume on this show. You won't have any more problems. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Yeah. Follow us on, tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis on, or Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter, or you can get in the YouTube chat where Cadet Coco has said he doubts that the West Coast teams, that the Big Ten will make a West Coast team play at noon Eastern time. So he's thinking 3:30 kick.
For that Oregon-Ohio State.
To
at
which
Ohio State.
Dylan and T-Bone have both ganged up on this guy and said there is absolutely no chance.
I just pointed out that when Oregon came here in 2021 that it was a noon kickoff. That's it. That's all.
I mean,
Big
that
noon
makes
game,
sense.
and we know what happened there. We don't need to rehash that.
No, we don't. But you're right. I don't think they care because also I don't know if you've paid attention, but Fox makes a lot of NFL teams from the West Coast play at 1 o'clock every Sunday. Like there are plenty of San Francisco at Philadelphia kickoff at 1. Like that, I don't think they care at all about that. But now they would care if it was on the West Coast. They're not going to make those fans come out to start a game at 9 a.m.
I would laugh the day that they do that.
But they did make Texas Tech Utah. Remember that?
They did that.
Texas Tech was at Utah, and it was a 10 o'clock kick there. Remember that? We talked about it this past year, saying that's pretty crazy that they did a 2-hour, like starting a game at 10 a.m. local. But they did. I guarantee you they don't care about Oregon's body clock or whatever the phrase is.
Oregon's just going to have to come out 2 days early.
Yeah, that's
get
right.
adjusted to it. Speaking of getting adjusted to it, yesterday, this is hilarious. William Belichick was on he was on the thing to be in the Hall of Fame. Well, you need 40 out of 50 votes to be in the Hall of Fame, and it's what was his first time on the ballot. He didn't get it. No. He did not get it. And there is quite the uproar because when I first seen that he didn't get in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, I wasn't in an uproar like everybody else. And I knew that it would stir the pot because I got a text message about it. One of my buddies texted me and said, how in the world is Bill Belichick not a first ballot Hall of Famer? And I looked at it and I said, well, to be fair.
Oh, no.
There's my quote.
Oh, no.
To be fair.
He's
got some allegations when he was coaching that could, rock the boat a little bit. He got a couple of scandals. He do. Listen, the Migos rapped about it. Take the air out the ball just so I can flex.
One, I like how you called them the Migos.
The Migos.
So I didn't know if that's them as well. Is that how they're referred to?
The Migos.
I just thought it was Migos. I didn't know.
Bill Belichick, take the air out the ball just so I can flex.
I saw that. So Bill Poley, and supposedly what happened here, if you're wondering, how did Bill Belichick even get eligible? Don't you have to wait 5 years? Well, that's the thing. There's a committee that
is voting on certain special cases, I guess, for the Hall of Fame. And they have a rule now that when you're a coach, when you retire, you can be selected only by this special committee, and it's a year after you retire. So this is the first year he's eligible. He can go in. This committee has 50 members that have to vote yes for you to get in. I don't know. I forget how many people are on the committee, but 50 of them have to vote yes for you to get in. He got 40 votes. So apparently he was 10 shy. This has all been leaked, by the way. The Hall of Fame has not put this out there yet, but this was all leaked and it went everywhere yesterday.
Nothing is leaked.
Well, someone, obviously
I don't care what nobody said. There is no such thing as leaked.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
It's done intentionally.
Well, no, but that's what yes, it's an intentional leak. We're saying the same thing. Someone put this out there because they was like, I can't believe this is happening. Now, I saw someone point this out. Bill Polian is one of the guys who's on this committee. Former Colts GM. He has long time been someone who thinks he's had a vendetta against the Patriots and Belichick for a variety of reasons, but one of them is Deflategate, Spygate, that stuff.
Do you know that DeQuell Jackson was the one that issued that it was a problem, that the Deflategate happened?
Oh, yeah?
I talked to, DeQuell came on the Cleveland show.
Sure,
and they brought it up. I said, DeQuell, you snitched.
Yeah, he picked off Tom Brady, right? And then he was like, this ball's kind of flat.
Right. So, and we can all acknowledge, like, Spygate, bad. Deflategate, bad. That is cheating. I totally get it. But here is the case to be made for Belichick. And I just want you to know how much I hate that I'm sitting here defending this curmudgeon with his weird girlfriend and his cut off sleeves.
Why does that bother everybody?
He's annoying. Well, he's just
let him live.
No, let him live. But also, I can judge and say it's creepy as hell that you were 51 years old when this woman was born, and now you're dating her.
What if it was reverse genders?
It's still creepy.
It's creepy. You'd be high-fiving.
It's still creepy. Although if the guy's going to get paid, I guess, same for her, by the way. She's getting paid.
A sugar mama.
Like Cooper DeJean and Nikki Bella.
That's 20 years difference.
No issue. Nobody say a thing, Dylan. There's no problem with it.
Nikki Bella is like 44. Belichick was 51 when this one was. Anyway, I don't want to defend Bill Belichick. He's creepy and weird. However, if you take away Deflategate and Spygate, if you just look at the games after all that was done, he still has more wins than John Madden. And I think Bill Cowher and like a bunch of other guys who are already in the Hall of Fame. So, and he has 3 Super Bowls after that. So, all of that said, you wipe all that clear, there's no justification for him not being a first ballot instant Hall of Famer. You know who's doing this? It's the same people who looked at Ken Griffey Jr. and said, we can't have anybody be unanimous, can't do that. So even though Ken Griffey Jr. was a no doubt Hall of Famer, there were people who were like, well, I'm not going to put him on the ballot because I want to put some other guy on who I know may not get in. Ken's going to be no problem getting in. Put on the best guys that should be on the ballot every year.
I like that. I like that you're saying that right now. What's the Mets player that just went in last week?
Carlos Beltran.
Carlos Beltran, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, screw him.
Cheater.
He sucks.
Cheater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he issued banging on the trash cans.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take away that World Series win. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Probably. Because all of his career before that, he was.
So how you feel about that?
There's a difference.
How I feel about
Tyvis, I just hate him. And so I said I don't want him in. And that's okay. Between the two of us, let's be completely real. I am irrational and dumb on Carlos Beltran. I fully admit that. Bill Polian is being like me. What he's supposed to be like is you. Where even if you hate the guy, even if you don't like him, even if you think he's a dirtbag for cheating or whatever else, everything he's done in his career shows you that he is a Hall of Fame head coach.
Well,
and that, like
Tom Brady said, is because of him.
Oh, well, hey, by the way, when Tom comes up, we're going to keep the same energy 4 years from now? Or 3 years from now, whenever he's eligible. Tom Brady was the one helping deflate the balls. He was benefiting from Spygate.
Tom Brady said he don't know nothing about them balls being deflated. He had tears in his eyes. He said they looked him right in his eyes. He had little tears in his eyes. He said he's never cheated.
I'm just telling you, they're not going to keep the same energy for Tom Brady. And it's a shame because
Tom Brady ain't banging a girl that's 50 years younger.
That doesn't matter either.
Shouldn't matter. if that does matter, this committee should be abolished.
Bill is trying to figure out how he can't get that same action going on. That's what
Bill Polian.
Yeah, he's trying.
I'll tell you what, it's not going to happen for him. He's not a looker.
Can I bring up another comparison since Tyvis brought up one, and I'm not trying to, jump on you, T-Bone, but the logic you just said about accomplishments post-scandal, why don't you apply that to the Michigan scandal?
Oh, we do. I said that. I say that they earned it after the fact. I still hate them. But yeah, I have to acknowledge that they did that after all the cheating was known. Sure. I just feel like they built the momentum up for what they were doing with recruiting. They resurrected that program with cheating.
Can I say the same thing about the Patriots?
No, they resurrected that program with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady figuring it out. And they got the benefit of a call, that the Tuck rule and all that stuff. You could go to that with the Raiders way back on their first run to the Super Bowl. But yeah, I think they built that more legitimately than Michigan. But I don't say Michigan anymore. I won't say they have an asterisk, to be fair to that. All right? If that makes you happy. God, thanks. This is a gross segment, and I hate all of it. There's a divine reason why the Seahawks made the Super Bowl. I'll tell you about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Right now, we are noticing a big crash over by Groveport. It's happening on 270, that southbound direction, just passing 33, and just over by Alum Creek Drive. Expect some lane closures, folks, and some major slowdowns, 8 miles per hour for your travel times this morning. To avoid it all, I definitely want to help you. Taking 270 southbound instead to 33 in that westbound direction. It gets you to Refugee Road. Once you get there, go to Alum Creek Drive and head southbound all the way, eventually back on 270. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively, and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Everybody, it's Berm here, Jeremy Birmingham from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan, and I have the least exciting update I can give you. Awaken 180 is still working. That is actually fairly inconvenient because I don't have anything dramatic to complain about. I'm 5 weeks in, I'm down over 30 pounds, and there hasn't been a single plot twist. There hasn't been a stall. There's no mystery week where everything stops making sense. I simply follow the plan, I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and the scale does what it's designed to do too. Weight loss usually feels like a guessing game where you're constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, but Awaken 180 doesn't. There's structure, there's coaching, and there's zero need for motivational speeches in the mirror. I'm not negotiating with myself. I'm not starting over every Monday. I'm moving forward, enjoying the ride, feeling a whole lot better, and watching years of bad habits quietly get undone. Do what we all did and make your own 180 with Awaken 180. Go online at awaken180weightloss.com, 844-346-1800. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Columbus, Ohio, the bug starts here at the 6 World's Toughest Rodeo, February 7th at Nationwide Arena. It's rodeo and a whole lot more. Come early for autographs, pony rides, and more. See more action, the best entertainment, and be part of the fun. It's too great to wait. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. It's wild, it's Western, it's pro rodeo at the 6 World's Toughest Rodeo, presented by RM43. Let's rodeo. February 7th at Nationwide Arena.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Winters can be brutal here in the Columbus area, and if you're cold in your home with the heat running constantly, it's probably your old, inefficient windows that are the problem. The good news is that Window Nation can help you get through this season because in the last 20 years, they've installed over 3 million energy-efficient windows nationally, and they're trusted by thousands of Columbus homeowners to keep their homes comfy and cozy year-round, while also saving them money on monthly utility bills. And right now, they're more affordable during the Window Nation Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale. It's a great time to replace all the windows in your home. Plus, you could get your windows with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. You'll be surprised by the dramatic difference new windows will make. Your home will be better protected against the weather, feel warm and dry, and you'll love the lower utility bills. The pros at Window Nation will guide you every step of the way. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Save big with Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 sale going on now. The sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com right now. Window Nation, a proud partner of Ohio State Athletics.
The Jackets are back at Nationwide for a battle with the Flyers. Live fan coverage starts Wednesday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Hey, if you like country music, you like Zach Brown Band coming to Nationwide Arena Friday, August 14th. What a day. What a day indeed. Tim Tebow's birthday, I believe. Anyway, tickets go on sale for that Friday at 10 a.m. to see Zach Brown Band. I have got tickets for you to win in the 7 o'clock hour. So be listening for your chance to win those Zach Brown tickets. You can find out more at Ticketmaster.com. And Tyvis, something that we saw during the break, Stuart Mandel tweeted this out. November 7th is going to be a banger of a day for college football because we were talking about the OSU schedule, right? OSU Oregon is November 7th. That is a game that I'm sure a lot of Buckeye fans would like to see be big night game in the shoe. Let's not have it be on Big Noon. I'm with you. I'd like that too. However, here are the rest of the games that are on that Saturday. You ready?
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Miami at Notre Dame. Bama at LSU. Georgia at Ole Miss. And we mentioned this one, BYU at Utah, the holy war out there. Let me tell you right now, Alabama at LSU will be at 7:30 on ESPN ABC.
Not even about to compete against that.
And there's no chance Fox is going to turn down a chance. They want Ohio State, Oregon, and they will put that at big noon.
They're going to dominate the noon window. It's the same thing as the thought of putting the Texas game at noon last year. Everybody made this big ordeal about it, this big fuss. But what you realize is they dominated the noon window. They had all the viewers, which that came out to be either the most highest ranked game, regular season game, or was it second?
Yeah.
I can't remember
I
if
think
it was
second to
the team up north game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
so like Fox walked away with the 2 highest viewed regular season games.
Yeah, and
so
I think
it's smart.
That Miami Notre Dame game will also be on the ESPN family of networks. I don't know if they will choose to put that one at 3:30 or whatever, but like I'm saying, the Georgia Ole Miss, like they have the rights to all these games. Their ESPN is going to have, I think, most of, if not all of those rights. So
Georgia Ole Miss will be a noon game.
There you go. Or maybe a CBS. Well, CBS doesn't have anymore. It'll be like an ESPN 3:30 game. You know what I mean? To try to compete against whatever CBS.
Well, it don't have the juice because Ole Miss, if Trinidad Chambliss is gone and Lane Kiffin is gone, you don't know what Ole Miss is going to be.
That's fair, but they
you don't believe in Pete Golding or whatever.
I think I'll give him a shot, but I don't think he's going to be Lane Kiffin.
He's tampering like crazy. Come on, that's a big thing.
I want to see him and Dabo in the celebrity death
no
match.
Kidding, I do want to see that. All right, there's a divine reason why the Seahawks made the Super Bowl this year. There was a theory that kind of started going around.
The script.
No. Well, no. I mean, maybe a divine script because every time a new pope has been elected, the Seahawks go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Seahawks, they were officially an NFL team in 1976, okay? 1978, that was the year of 3 popes. That is when you had Pope John Paul I was elected, but he died 33 days later, sadly.
What?
Yeah. And so they then elected Pope John Paul II. So, like, one of the popes passed away.
Pope John Paul I was elected to replace him. He passed away a month later, and then Pope John Paul II came in and was the Pope for many, many years. That one, they're saying, doesn't count towards this because it wasn't one Pope elected, it was two. So that, and three different popes had the reign at the time. So they're saying that one doesn't count, okay? So since the Seahawks have been in existence, in the years where they elect a pope, they have gone to the Super Bowl. They did it back in 2005. That is when Pope Benedict the 16th, I believe, that's when he was elected. Seahawks made it to Super Bowl 40. They lost to the Steelers, but they made it. Then in 2013, Pope Francis was elected. Seahawks defeated the Broncos in Super Bowl 48. And in 2025, of course, this year, Pope Leo the 14th came to power. And sure enough, Seahawks defeated the Rams, as we know, and got to the Super Bowl in that same season. So every year there's been a new pope. That didn't involve three different popes.
Yeah.
Since they've been around, they have made the Super Bowl. Now, they also made it one year where no popes were elected. So it's really about not that they need the pope to get them into the Super Bowl, but if one is elected, Seahawks are going.
I thought you were going to bring up the NFL artwork that came out.
I saw this picture.
Before the season, how they got. If you go back and look at the artwork that came.
What is the artwork from? Do we know?
You know the NFL. They post their artwork of always putting the top guys looking at the stadium where the Super Bowl is going to be played. And if you look at it here, I'll send it to you.
I saw it online. In fact, that's one we should also tweet out from @Bone and Tyvis 971. I got a lot of tweets to send out, apparently.
But if you look at this artwork and you zoom to the front of the line, you will see Sam Darnold and Drake May in the front.
That's crazy.
Next to each other.
Now, here's the thing. The perspective is interesting on this picture because Saquon Barkley is front and center.
He's all the way in the back of the line.
Yeah, he's in the back, but he's the first name you see. And then next to him, you see
Brock Purdy and Joe Burrow.
Right. And then you see
T.J. Watt and Patty Mahomes.
So you have teams that I think all of those before the season, people thought any of these teams could be definite Super Bowl contenders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Lamar Jackson, you have Josh Allen, Jared Goff is in that line. Like you have a bunch of guys who then it's also like, all right, yeah, these are all teams that could theoretically make the playoffs, be Super Bowl contenders. And as you get further away from the viewpoint, closer to the stadium, you're right. That's where you have these guys at the very, you know who else is up there really high? I believe Baker Mayfield's up there. So did they think Baker was the furthest away from getting there or the closest? I don't know.
Trying to throw people off the scent there.
I guess so.
I don't know why they would fix this matchup though, because I don't know about you guys. Am I the only one in this boat? This matchup sucks.
No.
I hate it.
You hate it because one, you've been a Rams fan and you're mad the Rams are going to pay off on your preseason bet. There's that. But also, I think this is just something that, I don't know that, for me, the Rams wouldn't have moved the meter any more than the Seahawks. Because it's just like, they're teams I don't have an affiliation with. I don't care that much about. But now that they are in, I think it's a cool story that Sam Darnold is getting to a Super Bowl. I think the Seahawks have a great defense. I think their fans are awesome. So, I'll be interested to see if they can pull this off. And, for the Patriots, it's more about, for me, like the Mike Vrabel connection, I guess, being an Ohio State fan, but and JSN from that aspect for the Seahawks too.
Tavion Henderson.
Yeah, right. Like I'm not like, oh, good. I hope the Patriots get another dynasty going. I don't want to see that. So I guess I'm kind of rooting for the Seahawks in this one, but I don't hate this matchup like you do.
You got super journeyman quarterback Sam Darnold and a team that was 3-14 last year.
He's better.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
He's better than your boy Baker.
He sure is.
But that's not.
Baker's also super journeyman. Maybe just journeyman by the time next year.
I don't know though. Like Sam Darnold, hasn't he rewritten that a little bit with the last 2 years where it's like, he
won 14 games back-to-back years.
Yeah, like I'm saying, I feel like that now I can't call him a journeyman anymore because he's like shown you that maybe
the Vikings let him go.
Maybe some dumb teams have been not seeing what he was able to do. I don't know, man. Like I can't. I get excited about the fact that this guy gets a redemption story. I agree with you. He's not as big of a name, obviously, as Matt Stafford, but that doesn't mean that it's still not going to be a good game, that he's not good. He's been awesome.
I don't know. I think there was zero star power in this Super Bowl, except for Bad Bunny at halftime.
Well, he's bringing Green Day.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
they the ones that got the American Idiot song.
Yeah, they do.
Okay,
that's right.
Look at that.
Yeah, good pull by you.
Hey, man,
no, I guess you're right on the star power point. Is like we know JSN, but I don't know that. And like America, as like hardcore NFL fans are now, obviously they know how great he is. But do the general public who watches Super Bowls know who he is? No. Does the general public who watches Super Bowls really know who Matt Stafford is? Probably not. Like I'm saying, I think we give too much credit. We are like, we know fantasy football. We know recruiting. We know these guys' backstories. We watch football all the time. To the people who are tuning into the Super Bowl who are casuals, they to them, there's no, they're like, oh yeah, who's the guy the Rams guy. Did he win it before? Oh, that's cool. Yay. Like
I'm good either way they win. Whoever wins.
None of these,
It'd be nice for Braves and Travion, but if Seahawks win.
And if it was
my jersey.
Henderson.
If it was Broncos Rams, wouldn't it be the same thing? For the vast majority of people,
that would be more gross.
They would be like, "Who's Bo Nix?" Like, I mean, we all know him as football fans, but that's not who's tuning into this. So, yeah, I get what you're saying, Dylan, to a degree, but yeah, I don't know. It's Super Bowl. I'll be excited to see. Hopefully, the Seahawks kind of pull that off. I am rooting for them. We've got some priceless audio for you. It involves the SEC, a natural disaster, and someone who appears on this radio station every week. Details next. Timon and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing some delays right now after a crash on 71 southbound just passing East Cook Road. That left lane is currently blocked out there. 14 miles per hour for your delays, and that's just north of Linden this morning. Keep that in mind. You're also noticing a crash over way on the west side. This is the left lane blocked on 70 East, just passing State Route 29 over by West Jefferson. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Did you know that Tansky Sawmill Toyota has a Toyota certified collision center? They only use Toyota factory parts, and the cars are put back together by Toyota trained technicians. Don't trust just anyone to keep your Toyota a Toyota. In the unfortunate case of an accident, bring your Toyota to Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Visit TanskyAutobody.com to schedule an appointment or visit them today. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Think Tansky.
It's a new year. Ready for a fresh start or career reboot? At My Computer Career, prep for a more recession-resistant future in the high-demand fields of IT, cybersecurity, in months, not years, including AI. Whether you're starting out or switching careers, no prior training is needed. Attend school online from home or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu to take the free career evaluation today. mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Hey, it's Anthony. So I was recently asked how I've been doing in my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. And I paused and I said, you know what? Pretty darn good. Because it reminded me what I was dealing with a couple years ago. My personal journey. I had plantar fasciitis, that horrible heel pain. If I was on my feet for a while, my lower back would be on fire. And now, honestly, none of that. Zero issues with my feet since I started wearing them. I have my Good Feet arch supports in every day. I feel supported. I feel aligned. And now that I feel better, it's made all the difference. I want to work out more. I want to go out more. Just be more active. I'm telling you, over the last couple of years, my health, my energy, my quality of life has all been affected in a really positive way. They've really helped me keep the pain away. The guys ask me all the time, do I really have them in today? Yes, I do, and I'll take my shoes off upon request to show you. Go take the free test walk. The Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and Stringtown Road in Grove City. Get started at goodfeet.com.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun, and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
After my accident, people warned me to slow down. I said, I don't know how. Thanks to my VA care team, I haven't.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov/PSA.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Ohio State's full schedule for the 2026 football season was released yesterday. The Buckeyes will open up with Ball State on September 5th. They'll have their lone bye week following the Indiana game and before they travel to LA for a Halloween matchup with USC. The Columbus Blue Jackets will be looking for their third straight win after their game was postponed Monday. They'll take on the Flyers at Nationwide Arena tonight at 7:30. But coming up this morning at 8:30, Charlie Coyle will join T-Bone and Tyvis. Coyle played in his 1,000th NHL game last week and will be recognized for the achievement before tonight's game. And finally, the Cleveland Cavaliers are at home tonight. They're hosting LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock. This update was sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, buy one quesadilla deal, get one free on the app. Terms apply.
Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
All right, coming up at 7:30, it's Ask Tyvis Anything. You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. Your Ask Tyvis Anything questions. Now, here's an interesting little thing we're going to do today. Because I have these Zach Brown Band tickets to give away. Zach Brown Band coming to Nationwide on Friday, August 14th. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com, but you can win 2 tickets today. Sometime this hour, we're going to give those away, and I actually determined it's just going to be during the 7:30 segment, because here's how we're going to do it. Ask Tyvis Anything questions at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter. You submit a question there. You have to follow us, because we can't DM you to try to give you these tickets and get your info if you don't follow us. But if you go follow us and then ask a question, if your question is the best, you will win the tickets. So go do that now at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter. You still got some time between now and 7:30. Get them in there, half an hour. But if you want the Zach Brown Band tickets, that's how we're giving them away today.
Can I ask Tyvis a preview question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
No.
Can you name one Zach Brown Band song?
Oh, come on. There's so many good ones.
I've never heard of the guy.
That's
This is is this the guy that Myles Garrett walked out with last year?
That's Zach Bryan. No, you're thinking of you're thinking of Morgan Wallen.
Oh, did you walk out with Morgan Wallen?
Yes.
Gross.
Now, what's the other guy's name you just said?
Zach Brown.
Zach Brown is the tickets we're giving away. Zach Bryan is the one that dated Brianna Chicken Fry from Barstool and
I don't even know who that is.
Well, yeah.
I truly live under a rock. And it's scary to hear some of the stuff that y'all be talking about. I mean, like, really?
Well,
What'd you say this girl's name is?
Brianna Chicken Fry.
I've never even heard. I don't know who she is.
Fry.
I don't know who that is.
Is that her government last name?
I sincerely doubt it.
But Zach Brown Band, they do have a song called Chicken Fried.
They do.
That's
there you go.
It's about her.
Little bit of chicken fried.
That's
cold
probably their
beer
biggest
on
hit.
a Friday
I
night.
heard that song.
That's him. That's Zach Brown
They
Band.
also got toes. Toes in the water, ass in the sand.
All right, go.
Cold beer in my hand.
Life is good today.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Is that the one he did with Jimmy Buffett?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
But I definitely heard that one you just said.
Yeah, a little bit of chicken
My
fried.
wife know that.
Well, she listens to country music, right?
Yeah,
So she would.
she's
I
weird.
once went to a meet and greet with Zach Brown, and he is Matty Ice level of germaphobe. He's like, everyone hand sanitizer before you come, and
Give him a
don't
little
shake
fist-
my hand or
little
give
fist
me
bump.
a hug.
Hey, you know what? I can kind of, I actually can understand that, especially given what they do, because every day you're expected to go out in front of, 20,000 people and sing. And if you catch a little cold, that ruins like 5 days of the tour if your like voice is gone. So I kind of get why like musical artists at least would be that way. I can see that. Now, if you're just like a regular Hollywood celebrity who's like, I'm not shooting a movie for 3 months, but I can't, then that's just normal. But
So
I can see that being
Matty
a professional
Ice.
thing.
Yeah, how do you feel about Matty?
Yeah, he's just weird. Right.
But he has to use his
He's got
voice
to
on
protect
the-
his voice.
That's true. You're right. Same thing. We have to protect our voices here. Actually, you know who was like that too? When Mike Greenberg came in from Mike and Mike in the Morning. He came in years ago and hung out with me and Mike for an afternoon. We did an hour together on the show. But he's the same. He's like a fist bump guy and then instantly hand sanitize. Common Man's like that. He's got this bottle of hand sanitizer.
Oh, this
here.
belongs to him?
Oh, yeah. He keeps that in here.
The
Yes.
funniest person is Scotty Vegas.
Oh?
When he's got a bet going and he's sweating a bet, he said he uses hand sanitizer every minute. He just keeps rubbing hand sanitizer.
Must have the driest hands
He
on the
said
face of the
that's-
planet.
That's his thing when he's sweating a bet. When he worried about a bet, he started using hand sanitizer.
That's like Scotty Vegas is probably one of the most and this is a terrible way to say it, one of the most moist people I've ever met because
What
like
does that mean?
because like when he's sweating a bet, he is literally sweating through his clothes, and now you tell me he's like sloshing hand sanitizer on all the time. Like
He said he
that's just
keeps
constant.
squirting it.
And now you went and got some because we've been talking about it, so
I
it's in
know.
your head.
Talking
See?
about
Look
men
at that.
being moist and squirting stuff. What are we doing here? Please change the subject.
All right. So Paul Feinbaum and his radio program down there in the South, Deep South, where they obviously like to talk ball. I respect the fact that they have so many callers who are so determined to talk football, college football specifically, right? I love college football. I appreciate the passion in this fan base. Yesterday, he had a call. Vance from Georgia, who is apparently a regular on there. When you watch it on TV, they have some of these callers who are like known. They will put their picture up and they get their name on the screen. And all this. This is Vance from Georgia. This is a call that he had. And I tell you what, I wasn't prepared for the turn this call took, but get ready to hear about some dedication from a college football fan. This is from the Paul Feinbaum show yesterday.
Hey, Paul. This is an interesting call. About 2 minutes ago, a tree just fell through my bedroom.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah? And I'm a little bit in shock, I guess. I'm in another part of the home, and I heard and, of course, felt this noise. And also heard this boom.
So your first inclination was to wait to go on the Feinbaum show? Is that it?
I don't know what else the hell to do. Didn't hurt either one of my dogs, and I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do right this second. That's why I didn't hang up the phone and panic. So my point is, didn't LSU last year, you know these facts and I don't, didn't they have like the largest portal class or one of the biggest ones coming
they sure
in?
did. Most certainly they did.
Yeah, so anyway, I got to call the authorities. I need to get it, like, I don't know. Who do you call when that happens? I
He
assume.
kept the main thing.
Yeah, he's
He'll
like,
I'll handle it when I'm done.
Well, the amount of time you have to sit on hold, I don't know if people, I don't blame you if you've never called a national radio show like that or a giant radio show like the Feinbaum show, but like, even if you call in a local show here, if we were taking calls, like it might be an hour before they get to you.
The only people I know that take calls is the fan on Sunday.
Yeah.
Baker and who is it? Scotty Vegas.
Yeah,
right?
they do that.
And
Yeah.
then on Tuesdays at 1:00. Matt
On
Rothman and Ice they do.
Yeah. But what do they call that segment? It's I know it off the top. But they take calls and it's to be heard or to be on it.
It's something that's catchy. I can't remember what
I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, they do that Tuesdays at 1. So
make sure you tune in. Rothman and Ice on Tuesday.
Is it the floor is yours?
That's it.
Yeah,
I think that's
what
it.
is. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, like you can. I mean, years and years and years ago, when I was a wannabe radio host, I would do that. I would call national radio shows. I called the Jim Rome show.
Oh, you made the call? I've never done that in my life.
Well, why would you? Because you were a successful pro athlete.
When I was a kid and I used to listen to the Tom Joyner morning show, I used to always want to call in.
Did you? But you never did. Tom Joyner's a legend.
Tom Joyner morning show.
You know what? There are people who don't know.
They don't know
the
that.
people who do know, I mean, he's a legend. No, he's one of the huge radio hosts for many, many years. But yeah, I called into Rome's show I got on. A couple of the other big, but like.
Was you nervous?
Well, yeah, but also it was like these other people aren't built like me. Like I was confident that like I was going to do this someday. So, which was probably misplaced. I got extremely lucky to get to do this because I'm an idiot. But I was so like young and brash and just like, nah, this is going to be fine. And I like called in, I actually got like a Jim Rome was like, yeah, great take, way to go. Pimp in the box.
Oh, you've actually got on. You
I got on. I got on and didn't get like run. I actually got like racked, I think was the term he used.
I got on. I called in to Rothman and Ice and I got on. Every Tuesday, 1:30. I get on.
That's right.
Going back to this caller, though, if I was on hold for a show like Paul Feinbaum and a tree fell through my house, I would be in the same boat. I'd be like, we can't undo it.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
You wait. I'm saying these people wait on holds for so long to get onto these shows. Now, I would hope that if I had been the time where I was trying to call into radio shows, that if I had, I would hope that I would have said, never mind. I need to go tend to this natural disaster that's happened to my house. But
what's 10 minutes later for you to call your insurance or the police or whoever you call when that happens?
I know, but I like how he just, the guy's quote was, anyway, didn't LSU have a big recruiting class last year? And it's like, you can look this up on Google. You don't need to call Paul Feinbaum for him to tell you about this. You
Not
can just,
those hillbillies in the South. Some of them don't know how to use the internet.
I guess if there's a tree falling on your house, maybe your internet's out too, because maybe it wiped that out. So maybe you can't Google it. I don't know.
I got a hot take.
Oh, well, it's hot. That was yesterday, but go ahead.
I'll save it.
Oh, all right. Tyvis has a hot take when we come back. And Ohio State's schedule is out. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Wednesday. We are noticing a big crash. Traffic just not getting any better in our southeast corner. That's happening on 270. That's southbound direction, just passing 33 and over by Alum Creek Drive. So 7 miles per hour is your travel time as of right now. For those detours, if you can take Alum Creek Drive, even portions of South Hamilton Road to get you back on 270 westbound, definitely would take that advice this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
If you win playing the new Ultimate $5 million scratch-off, you don't have to tell anyone. But there will be signs. Signs like courtside seats. Signs like a water slide attached to your bedroom. Signs like upgrading your clunker to something less clunky. With over $200 million in prizes and the best odds in Ohio history to win $5 million, this is your sign to play the Ultimate $5 million scratch-off. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
They say glory is earned, not given. We say it's ignited by heart and ends with a boom. Get your tickets today at BlueJackets.com.
Miss Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Love football, love wings. Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Byrne live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
The bone-chilling cold is how we start off our day today, with feels like temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below zero. As we go into the day, expect skies to be partly sunny with highs in the teens, but still feels like we'll be 10 to 15 below. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy with skies turning mostly clear overnight. Feels like yet again as low as 10 degrees below zero. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan. Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 and give us a follow when you do. Ask us a question. Ask Tyvis anything coming up at 7:30. We're going to pick one of those questions from Twitter at Bone and Tyvis 971. The winner, if you follow us and if we pick your question, you get a pair of tickets to see Zach Brown Band, Nationwide Arena, Friday, August 14th. They go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster, but you have a chance to win coming up at 7:30. So get your questions in now at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter.
All right, so my hot take that I relayed to you.
You said you had a hot take before we went to commercial.
Hot take. Dylan, you tell me what you think. My hot take is Mike Vrabel will be a better coach for the Patriots than Bill Belichick.
That's scorching hot.
I think it's going to.
So you're saying Mike Vrabel will be a first ballot Hall of Famer while Bill Belichick is not?
Correct.
Which is insanity.
I think he will be. I think he will be. I mean, right now he's got him beat as right now. He made the Super Bowl in his first season with the Patriots. It took Bill Belichick 2.
Yeah.
So feather in Mike's cap. Bang. Check.
Bang.
One. Now you got to win the thing. He's got to win. But Drake May, to do this in your second year, is this his second year or third year? Second year as a quarterback. He's still developing, still learning, and he's here. And it's not like he's reached his peak yet.
No.
Like Drake May has a lot more room to grow, and he's still finding ways to win games. So I think that they got something here. I really do.
You know what's even worse than Bill Belichick not getting in the Hall of Fame? The fact that you will not certify Drake May as a CWB.
No.
You said all he needed to do was win a playoff game. He's won 3.
No,
I mean,
but
what are you doing, Tyvis?
Because this last one.
Wow,
I can't. Like
these goalposts are moving all over the place. No, he's not, T-Bone. It's not cut the music.
Well, to me he is, and to you he is, but Tyvis is the arbiter.
It's not there yet. It's just not there yet. I don't know why. It just he's not there yet.
So you're telling me if he has a subpar Super Bowl performance, but they win, you're still not going to certify him, even though he finishes like second in the MVP?
That's correct.
Okay,
that's wild.
Let me ask this question. Because I think Tyvis is on to something here with the fact that this guy is good, but I'm not.
Didn't Brad Johnson win a Super Bowl?
Oh, there's been lots of guys who won Super Bowls.
You think I certified them?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
My point exactly. Like it's just
credibility.
It's not there yet. Like it's something about him right now that it's just not there yet.
But Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson's finished nowhere near second in the MVP race.
I'm not saying he's not close. It's just not there yet.
Let me ask this question. When Joe Burrow got the Bengals to a Super Bowl.
Joe Burrow been in the club since he was a baby.
I know. I got it. This was not about his CWB candidacy, but to your point.
I thought that's where this was going.
But like in his, what year was that? His second year when they got to the Super Bowl?
2022? 2021?
So maybe it's the third year. Third year. Okay. I think at that point said, this guy is like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, right? Do we feel that way about Drake May yet? That he is one of the best quarterbacks in the league? He's good. He's a good young quarterback. I don't know. I'm kind of with you that I'm not like sold on him yet as you put the game in this guy's hands, he goes out and wins you a game.
Yeah, that's not going.
I feel like Joe Burrow, we were already there by the time he got to that, which was granted another year in his development, right? But still, I'm just saying, yeah, Drake May has a ways to go before I would maybe be at that point.
I was listening to Rothman and Ice the other day. They said give Drake May the MVP over Matthew Stafford. Both of them.
Well,
they said
that's blasphemy.
They said throw in the rushing yards and throw in the supporting cast on offense and give it to Drake May. And you know what? As a Matthew Stafford and Rams backer the whole season, I was having trouble pushing back on their argument.
Yeah, but I feel like part of that's happening because you had some down years from some great quarterbacks who we know are great, who just didn't have their best years. So I think there's a little bit of that, too, that's happening. My point is with Joe Burrow, when he came up, you were like, oh, this is clearly the guy. He is clearly elevating, this
like
team.
Drake May is the guy for New England.
No, of course.
It's not there
I'm saying
yet.
Joe Burrow, we looked at and said, this is the sole reason that the Bengals are improved as much as they are, right?
Yes.
On the flip side, with the Patriots, we are saying he was there last year and they did nothing. This year, Vrabel comes in and granted has opened things up, has hired people who obviously have fixed some things with him or whatever the case is. But there's a lot of people giving that credit to Mike Vrabel, not giving that credit to Drake May. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's...
You're telling me Zach Taylor didn't have something to do with the Bengals making... Come on,
Exactly what I'm saying, 100%.
Are you saying they made it despite him?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, I think that's me and every Bengals fan are saying that.
Every football fan
Every
on the
football
planet.
fan. Yes, exactly right. All right, Ohio State's schedule is out. We've gone through this. We'll go through it throughout the morning, but in case you just haven't paid attention to it at all, here are the basics on it. Ohio State... They are going to open the season. Where did the schedule go? Why has it just disappeared from my list? I have it here. They open the season up at home. Now my computer's frozen up.
Ball State.
September 5th. Thank you. Then Texas on the road. Then it's your guys, Kent State at home, right? And then they have Illinois at home. I'm literally going off memory because my computer is completely...
The schedule is this.
Ball
State, Texas,
sorry,
Kent
guys.
State at home, Illinois at home, Iowa on the road, Maryland at home, Indiana at Indiana, bye week, USC at USC, Oregon home, Northwestern home, at Nebraska, here for the team up north.
Okay. Thank you for that. Here's what I can tell you. Of the games that they have on the schedule, the games that I think scare me as a Buckeye fan, I know you don't fret, Tyvis.
Not at all.
Texas on the road, Indiana on the road, USC on the road.
Let me ask. Wait,
Oregon at home, Michigan at home. Obviously, it's just Michigan every year. At Iowa is a little bit of a game too. Yeah, I mean, like that's,
especially if it's at night.
How many did I say there? That's at least 6 games that I brought up.
They got that 6 games is going to determine. It's a Texas, Iowa, Indiana, USC, Oregon team up north. 6 games.
And that stretch they have with Indiana, they get a bye week in there, but it's Indiana bye week at Indiana, at USC, Oregon. 3 games in 4 weeks, and they're all going to be tough matchups. I don't know about at USC, but we think USC is going to be pretty good.
To do Dylan's exercise, right now we have a expectation for what the season should be.
Mm-hmm.
When we play Texas, does the result of the Texas game change your expectation? Dylan.
I mean, Dylan on that.
I don't know. I don't know about that game specifically.
That was his thing. Like, we after Texas, everybody just they changed what they thought.
I don't think.
I want to hear.
I don't think the national media is going to do the same thing with Texas as they did last year.
Why not? Archibald Manning is.
Oh, the hype is going to be even bigger for him.
I'm about to say
he figured it out and fixed it.
I'm sure he's probably coming in as the Heisman fan.
I was doing your favorite exercise. Let's look at the schedule. And I think I'm in the same boat as I was in last year, which is kind of weird to say, but because last year I say they overachieved. T-Bone says they did not, but
the Buckeyes?
Yes.
Yeah. The team with the greatest defense perhaps in Big Ten history didn't win a national championship, didn't win a Big Ten championship game. Yes, I think they underachieved, Dylan. I don't think that's unfair.
I don't want to get in this argument again.
Well,
they overachieved our preseason expectations of them, which I feel like most people, including Urban Meyer on his podcast, said 10-2. And 10-2 is where I'm at this season as well.
Again, though, like
that's saying
I didn't say
undefeated. One undefeated season again.
I don't recall going on the record and saying maybe I did and I've forgotten about it. I feel like I looked at this schedule and said, I looked at this team and said, yeah, if what we think about them is true, they have a young quarterback. They have a defense that we're not completely sure about with a brand new coordinator. But I was someone who said, I think Matt Patricia is going to be all right. I didn't think he was going to be ass as a coordinator. And then I said, if that Texas game, if they get blown out or something, sure, then we may have some problems. But if it's close, win or lose, that wouldn't really change my opinion on this team. They won, and I said, all right, that's kind of what I thought. They're going to be a young quarterback team. I didn't know the defense would be as good, but I said, if the defense is good and that young quarterback can be what he's claimed to be, we have a team that could obviously, go play and compete for a Big Ten championship. The standard here every year is go compete for a Big Ten, go win a Big Ten championship, beat Michigan, and go compete for a national championship. That's every year. So this schedule, regardless, if you tell me they go 10-2, I'm going to be kind of frustrated with that. Now, I won't be as frustrated because now I know with 12 teams getting in, they still will probably get in with 2 losses because of that tough schedule. But if that happens, I'm going to be a little frustrated. And then if they go out in the playoffs and get run in their first game, I'm going to be really frustrated. If they lose to Michigan specifically, I'm going to be really frustrated with that. So, yeah, the expectations are high here because it's Ohio State. And because we have a little thing called the Lunatic Fringe.
It's the Lunatic Fringe.
And no other school has the Lunatic Fringe like we do. Not even Georgia with that dude waiting on hold with his
Is Herb Street the one that coined that phrase?
Other people have used it, but he's the one who amplified it for sure.
Lunatic free.
Yeah, he's his own version of lunatic. Bring your dogs everywhere. What a weirdo.
Did you know that Dylan, did you know that if I could change my name, I'd switch it to Bartholomew?
Really?
Oh, good. I'm glad you answered the question we were going to ask you at Ask Tyvis Anything.
Yeah.
Way to kill the segment.
Yep. Well, ain't nobody asked me that. I told you that.
All right, we'll find out why you would change your name. We'll find out why you would change your name when we come back. Also, 2 minutes away, it's Ask Tyvis Anything. Again, you have a chance to win Zach Brown tickets. If we pick your Ask Tyvis Anything question and we say it's the best one, you have to ask it on Twitter and you have to follow us at Bone and Tyvis 971. We'll do that in 2 minutes. Good luck. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
For those in Canal Winchester, we are noticing an incident on 33 westbound just passing Gender Road where a left lane is currently blocked 11 miles per hour for your travel times. A little closer downtown, expect some lane closures on State Route 315 north just passing Goodale Streets because of a crash out there. Another crash we're also monitoring is 71 southbound just passing East Cook Road, and as you're heading past Linden, that left lane is blocked. Congestion really building past Morse Road, 16 miles per hour for your travel times out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, ask Tyvis anything coming up in mere moments. Tyvis, I know you just got food delivered. Did Dylan? Oh, and Dylan got some too. Look at that. Look at that. Nice of you to do that with him. That's good. Now, you said that you want to change your name?
If I was to change my name, I would change it to Bartholomew.
Why would you change it? Tyvis is a great name. Why would you change to Bartholomew?
Well, Bartholomew comes off as a guy that is well educated. You know,
it does.
Yeah, it does. So listen, this is the scenario. Dylan, you playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? And they ask, you get to the $1 million question, and you still have phone a friend. And your two options of friends that you can ask this question to, name is Tom, and the other one's name is Bartholomew. Which one you call?
Definitely call my homie Bartholomew.
That's my point.
Oh,
definitely.
I don't even understand. I don't even understand the logic on that. Because, like, what if your friend who's named Tom was Tom Edison? What if it was like one of the greatest inventors of all time?
Nah,
guy's a brainiac. You don't think that would be a good thing to ask him?
If you had to ask two people and all you knew was their name was one name was Tom and the other name was Bartholomew, 99% of people is going to Bartholomew.
Yeah, but you know what? I guess if you go by Bartholomew, but if you don't, what is that name usually shortened to?
Bart.
Which Bart
Simpson
sounds like a guy who picks his nose in traffic and farts. Like that. I mean, maybe just because it rhymes with Bart. Nothing against that name. I'm just saying.
That's my dog's middle name.
I don't think
Max Bartholomew Powell.
See, I don't think Bartholomew is that. I don't have the same view on Bartholomew.
Why don't you give up the T thing and name your son that?
Yeah, there you go.
My wife is not having it. I'll tell you that now.
You know what?
She ain't no way in the world I'd have had her think this long over a T name for her to stop and say, yeah, we're going to name it Bartholomew.
I'm telling you, your buddy had the name correct. Tsunami's the name.
You need to stop.
It's the way to go with this name. I love it.
Get to know your resident national champion. It's time for Ask Tyvis Anything.
All right, so we have a bunch of questions from Twitter. You can still log yours in if you'd like to, at Bone and Tyvis 971. If you follow us and we pick your question, You get a pair of tickets to see Zach Brown Band at Nationwide Arena Friday, August 14th. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com. You ready, Tyvis?
Yep.
Snagglepuss said, ask Tyvis anything. What would you sacrifice to get a Zaxby's in Columbus?
Man.
The chicken place.
My family.
On the money line. Just not even a question. Just so confident.
Isn't it a Zaxby's coming to Columbus or Cincinnati?
I thought it was Dayton.
Is it Dayton?
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm going to Dayton.
You know what else is going? You know what else is coming to Dayton?
Buc-ee's.
Oh, and we're going. I want to be there.
They didn't open that yet?
No, it opens in April. Though I was out in Dayton not too long ago, drove past the site. It's there. It's all built. They're putting in all the stuff.
We're doing the show live from Buc-ee's.
Oh, I want to do a yes.
You know
please.
What's getting built on Sawmill because there's not enough food places there?
Zaxby's.
Panda Express.
Oh,
I got one of them by my
yes.
house.
We got one in Marysville, and it's been great because,
you know what Lewis Center needs? Culver's.
Ooh, we have one of those.
And Canes.
Yeah. We don't have a Canes in Marysville, and I wish we did.
There's a Culver's in Powell. You need one in Lewis Center?
Yeah, that's
by the zoo.
I don't want to drive 15. I don't want to drive 15 minutes. I don't want to drive
over there.
I don't want to drive 15 minutes.
Wow,
I don't.
For Culver's, you should.
I don't want to drive 15
it.
minutes.
Actually, I almost said something that my kids say, which is low key, but that's not my phrase. I didn't come up with that phrase.
Low key.
Low key, Freddy's better than Culver's. Just throwing that out.
I don't know if I've had
Well,
Freddy's.
me neither. You need to go. You go to Grove City all the time. Freddy's in Grove City. It's there. Go check it out. It's very good. Chris said, ask Tyvis anything. Your lovely wife joined the YouTube chat yesterday.
Yes.
If she hosted the show, what would her hot take be on sports?
Her hot take on sports? My wife has a big vendetta with kickers and offensive linemen. She thinks that they're useless, and she doesn't understand how they can do they spend all day doing one thing, but when it comes game time, they can't do the one thing that they're supposed to do.
Right.
So she would probably rip them for 3 hours.
That's good. I like that. That's good for her. That's a very good hot take. SF Flogger says, Tyvis, do you think the Browns will ever be in the Super Bowl in the next 20 years? Not even talking about winning, just being there.
They got to get there sometime. I think it's been so many stories of. I think we're in the phase of life where everybody seems to be turning it around.
Yeah.
Like you see Indiana, that's very inspiring to see Indiana be able to turn it around and figure it out. It took them a long time, but it's happened. So, yeah, I think it's possible for sure. 20 years from now.
Is it going to happen?
20 years from now? Yeah.
Put a bet on it?
Yeah.
Say it's going to. Okay. All right. Good.
But people 20 years ago said the same thing.
Yes, I know.
That question made a question pop into my head, Tyvis.
Go ahead.
On the money line.
Will the coach they hire this cycle be the coach when they open up the new stadium?
Ooh, that's a great question.
It depends on the coach.
Well, but that's the whole key.
It depends on the coach. Would the coach they hire now be the coach in 29?
I'm going to say no. I know you didn't ask me or asking this is Ask Tyvis anything, but I'm just going to jump in and say no. I don't believe whoever it is. I don't think this team's built to win in a couple years, and I don't think the Haslam's are patient. So I think they know they have to get it right.
If it ends up being Monken or Schwartz, no. If it's Shieldhouse, I think they'll give him more grace.
Maybe. But it's a wild. I don't know, man. I don't have a good feeling about this Browns coaching search at all. Richard asks, would you eat the land, air, and sea from McDonald's to see a good concert? So you get
what is that?
I'll tell you in a second. So he's saying, you have to, this is like a good concert, like one you really want to go to.
There's no such
great tickets.
No such thing.
Okay. There has to be one.
There's no such thing. Nope. Don't even want to see it.
Tupac comes back from the dead.
I'm going to see it.
Okay. There we go.
I'm going to see
we found one.
I'm taking PTO. I'm going to see it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So here's what the land, air, and sea is from McDonald's. This is the only way you can get in to see Tupac resurrected. He's back. If you don't know what that is, it's a hamburger, it's a fish patty, and a chicken patty on a bun from McDonald's, and he says, I'm adding in mac sauce and cheese for his, but you can do it how you want. But you have to eat burger patty, fish patty, and chicken patty all on a sandwich, and that's what you have to do to get to see the concert of your dreams. Would you do it?
Yeah, it's going to take me a while.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
finish it.
yeah.
Well, it's not like you.
It take me a while though.
How long's a while? Like an hour or two, or like a day?
Sure, probably like an hour.
Oh, okay. Not gonna leave it sitting around for a week. That's not. That, you have to eat it
that's
in
a
one
lot.
sitting.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Mike says, "Oh man, how does she feel about Jaden Fielding or Ruggles?" LOL. Yeah. Well, that's
no comment.
Question. Yeah.
Read the tea leaves.
Who was your kicker in college?
Drew Basil.
How did you feel about Drew Basil?
Confident. I'd watch him kick it. When we had Sean Neurenheimer, I would turn around. He missed something in practice, so I wasn't all the way confident in him. Although I think he came through for the most part. But Drew, I'd watch it. I'd be like, oh yeah, Drew gonna hit this.
Muggsy's Leaper says, Tyvis, why are you low key? There's that word again. Why are you low key becoming an 80-year-old curmudgeon? You smile and laugh, but you're slipping into a cynical grump like the rest of us. Me likey Zach Brown band. Hey.
Who said I didn't like Zach Brown?
No. He's saying it because you're being cynical, and I'm going to say
How
Muggsy.
am I being cynical?
Well, because you're working with me, I think is why that's happening. I think I'm rubbing off on you a little bit. But all right, so pick a winner. Did you have any of those? You don't have to remember the names, but what was a question that you like? Oh, one more. Sorry. Matt said, let's go deep with it. What is the quality you admire the most in the pro athlete you dislike the most? Now, that's a thinker.
The quality that I like the most in the athlete that I dislike the most?
So what do you like about Russell Wilson? That's what he's asking.
Well, stop that.
Who's the pro athlete you dislike the most, I guess is the first part of that question.
Somebody I really hate. Like Dylan Brooks, maybe. But I love the fact
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, but I love the fact that Dylan Brooks is like a pest. Like,
okay,
he like is so locked in. Like he tries to annoy people, and he's like truly trying to be that good defensive player, which he is actually. It's effective.
Yeah,
so I like that about that.
Okay,
like if he was on my teammate, I'd laugh at it. I'd be like, this dude is crazy. But if I was going against it, I'd like want to fight the guy.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's good. All right. So, do you have an answer on which of these questions you like the most?
I like the concert question.
Oh, okay. There we go. That one is going to go to Richard. The land, air, and sea comment?
Yeah,
great.
I like that was a good question.
All right, Richard, you get the tickets to see Zach Brown Band, Nationwide Arena, Friday, August 14th. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I have an answer for Quentin.
Okay.
He asked me yesterday, would I rather drink or smoke if I had to do one?
Oh, yeah. What's your answer on that?
Smoke what?
Anything.
Reefer.
Okay.
I think I would probably, talking to my wife, I had to run it by the lieutenant. I had to run it by the lieutenant because I said this was the craziest question that I've never been asked. She said that she would think that I would be a smoker because the way that I down lemonade, if I did that with alcohol, I'd be the worst guy in the world. So it'd be the more safe play with me be a smoker.
There you go. All right. See, that's sound logic. But you got the wife involved on this, so you took it seriously. I like that. We're going to defend someone that none of us like coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
All lanes are currently blocked after a big crash over on the west side. It's that 70 westbound direction just as you're passing Hilliard-Rome Road, 2 miles per hour as folks are just inching towards that site. But once again, when you're heading towards that area, you will not be able to move. A live look at the scene. It does involve multiple cars. First responders definitely out there this morning. As for that detour, taking 70 westbound instead to 270 southbound, then West Broad Street all the way westbound to State Route 142 northbound and back on 70 westbound. That will be saving you a lot of time on this Wednesday morning commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from That Other Window Place. And today we're in my showroom to demonstrate how efficient our windows are.
Whew, it's really cold in here, Wilson.
We call that eco-friendly organic air conditioning.
Drafty windows are a major problem for energy bills and comfort. It's one of the biggest reasons why people get Pella windows.
It really is a problem, Leslie. I'm wearing 3 coats right now, looking like a beanbag with legs.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Everybody, it's Berm here, Jeremy Birmingham from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan, and I have the least exciting update I can give you. Awaken 180 is still working. That is actually fairly inconvenient because I don't have anything dramatic to complain about. I'm 5 weeks in, I'm down over 30 pounds, and there hasn't been a single plot twist. There hasn't been a stall. There's no mystery week where everything stops making sense. I simply follow the plan, I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and the scale does what it's designed to do too. Weight loss usually feels like a guessing game where you're constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, but Awaken 180 doesn't. There's structure, there's coaching, and there's zero need for motivational speeches in the mirror. I'm not negotiating with myself. I'm not starting over every Monday. I'm moving forward, enjoying the ride, feeling a whole lot better, and watching years of bad habits quietly get undone. Do what we all did and make your own 180 with Awaken 180. Go online at awaken180weightloss.com, 844-346-1800. Awaken180weightloss.com.
College is great. You know what else is great? Pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
Want big flavor and even bigger value? The new $9.99 value meal has arrived at Hothead Burritos. Get your choice of a customized, loaded little burrito or bowl with fresh chips and salsa plus a drink, all for just $9.99 today. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
The best words to hear at the TSA security checkpoint? You're good to go. All it takes is a little preparation. Get to the airport early, bring a carry-on bag that fits in the overhead, and have an acceptable ID. Not all state-issued IDs will cut it. Check out tsa.gov/ID and see which TSA acceptable IDs make the grade, like a real ID or passport.
Before you jet, do a little prep, and you're good to go. Check out tsa.gov/ID or the MyTSA app.
Hey, it's Anthony. So I was recently asked how I've been doing in my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. And I paused and I said, you know what? Pretty darn good. Because it reminded me what I was dealing with a couple years ago. My personal journey. I had plantar fasciitis, that horrible heel pain. If I was on my feet for a while, my lower back would be on fire. And now, honestly, none of that. Zero issues with my feet since I started wearing them. I have my Good Feet arch supports in every day. I feel supported. I feel aligned. And now that I feel better, it's made all the difference. I want to work out more. I want to go out more, just be more active. I'm telling you, over the last couple of years, my health, my energy, my quality of life has all been affected in a really positive way. They've really helped me keep the pain away. The guys ask me all the time, do I really have them in today? Yes, I do. And I'll take my shoes off upon request to show you. Go take the free test walk. The Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and Stringtown Road in Grove City. Get started at goodfeet.com.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so coming up at 8 o'clock, the huddle, all your NFL questions get answered. We'll tackle that. We get 8 o'clock hour. We're going to start that. Then at 8:30, Blue Jackets forward Charlie Coyle going to join us. They are honoring him tonight at Nationwide. 1,000 games played in the NHL, scored his 200th goal in the NHL, I also believe is correct. So we're going to talk to Charlie about that, how the team's playing for Rick Bonus, all that and more coming up at 8:30 right here on T-Bone and Tyvis. Tyvis, I got a message from my girl, and she has a name suggestion.
Your girl?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Congrats on that.
Talon.
Talon.
Like Eagle Talon.
I like
Talon.
it. I like it.
Talon Chansey Powell. We got a ring to it.
I like that.
Little TC.
Throw it in the ring with T'Challa and Tsunami.
Oh my gosh! I will run it by the lieutenant.
Talon's good though,
and I'll let you know. That the chickens have large talons. What did you say? Large talons. Boy, I didn't understand a word you just said.
I didn't expect
that movie.
Is that a Napoleon Dynamite reference? I didn't expect that at all, but that's great. I'm so glad you did. That's so wonderful. I love that.
Somebody in the chat.
Make yourself a dang quesadilla. Yeah.
Somebody in the chat got T-Bone all upset.
Yeah, who said this?
Richard Lockhart 1017. Brick Squad. He said Freddy's is nowhere close to Culver's.
Oh, stop.
This is the guy we just gave tickets to.
Okay,
No,
well,
was that him?
You're going to rescind them?
I'm not going to rescind them, but I'm also not going to say that everything the man says is accurate. Fred, go have it. Freddy's is great. I don't know what to tell you. By the way, Freddy's does something that more places should do. They offer a regular ketchup. They offer a spicy ketchup. They offer a fry sauce that is just for fries. That is also good on anything else they have. But they have all those sauces waiting for you when you go there. And you can even get a bag of chips like that they make. They're like kettle chips. They're very good if you don't want their fries, but they do cheese curds. They do. Stop. Now I'm getting hungry. And now they're not going to be open until what, like 10 or 11? And I'm going to have to wait? No, that sucks.
Have you ever had mayo chip?
Yeah, it's like a fry sauce, right? Where it's mayo and ketchup mixed together.
I know Tyvis has it. I'm not even gonna.
Have I ever had what?
Mayo chip.
See,
I need mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together, and Heinz produces it and sells it in stores.
No, I'm not a big fan of it. I would rather have the it's a level away from like the cane sauce or the fry sauce,
it's
where
similar
because those have like mustard in it and other things that add a little bit more of a bitterness. Whereas that stuff is just mostly all sweet, and I'm not as big of a fan. But if you like sweet, that's good. All right, so we have to defend someone who none of us like. I don't think, right? Do you like Bill Belichick?
I don't have an issue with Bill.
Me neither.
Okay, never mind. I just hate Bill Belichick. I don't want to have to defend this guy, but 6-time Super Bowl winner who obviously has won over 300 games, winning as coach in the NFL, didn't make it in the first ballot of Hall of Fame voting yesterday. That was revealed. It actually happened a few weeks ago, but the vote was made public. Did you see that Peter King reacted to this? Apparently someone got a hold of Peter King. There's no audio of this, but Peter King, who used to be on this committee that picked all these guys, he's no longer voting on it, but he did for over 30 years. Peter King was told that Bill Belichick didn't make it in on the first ballot, and his reaction was, quote, "Holy F-O-F." Like, I can't say the words, but that was his first reaction to this news.
That he didn't get in.
Yeah. And apparently one of the big ringleaders of why he didn't get in was Bill Polian, former Colts GM, who had a problem with him, Bill Belichick, being a part of Spygate and not Bountygate, Deflategate.
Deflategate.
I may have said Bountygate earlier. It's Deflategate.
No, that's G-Dub, Greg Williams.
Yeah, that's right. That was Bountygate. Right, your guy. So, I mean, I think Bill Belichick is getting screwed there, and I hate to, defend him because I'm not a big fan, but why are we even having a Hall of Fame ballot then? If it's just going to be about, well, I don't like that guy, so I'm going to prove a point. I don't like half the people who are in the Hall of Fame, probably even more. There's a lot of people who don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame if they're nice guys or if they didn't cut some corners now and then.
That's how Dylan feels about Terry Bradshaw.
Sure enough, fine. But the point is, if your resume says it, that you should be in, nobody's resume is better as a head coach to get in the Hall of Fame than Bill Belichick's.
Not at all.
Nobody.
Not at all.
Stupid.
Does it really matter?
Yes, it does.
He's getting in, though.
Well, but here's why it matters. Because if you go up to Canton and you go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, you're walking in there thinking the people that are put in here are put in because of a standard that's been met.
Oh?
Yes, supposedly.
Okay. Go on.
Right. And what I'm saying is you get mad when they have people who don't have the resume, who aren't as good, who have been let in, even though they're borderline iffy. You want that standard to be super high, don't you?
Yes.
Because that's important. Nobody has met that standard. As you can put it as high as you want for coaches. We could eliminate guys like John Madden and say, well, his resume doesn't hold up if we raise the standard. Guys like Bill Cowers raise the standard. If you take the wins that Bill Belichick had after Spygate and Deflategate, he still has more wins than those guys. So, even under that metric, at some point, aren't you calling into question, well, then is this entire thing legitimate, or are we just putting in guys we like and we don't like, as opposed to guys who deserve to be there?
Well, I mean, that's clearly what's been going on. I mean, have you seen some of these classes lately? It's not a lot to pick from. The funny thing is, do you know for DBs, the standard actually is lowering for getting in the Hall of Fame?
How is that?
Well, because before Darrelle Revis got in, which Darrelle Revis deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, that has nothing to do with this comment.
Okay.
I think before him, you had to get a minimum of 50 interceptions. 50.
Okay.
I don't think there's anybody playing today that's got 50 interceptions today. They do not get picks like that. Yeah. Like the league leader last year, didn't they lead the league with like 6 or 7 picks last year? Are you kidding me?
Is that real?
It's something low. It's something like 7 picks or something. 8, maybe 8.
I'm looking up the active player, like the leader in
please do.
Yeah.
Please do. I bet you he ain't got 50.
Okay, I'm looking it up. But yeah, so you're saying like that's but if the whole league
they don't get picked, corners specifically don't get picks no more.
It's
crazy.
I will ask this though, if the league, I mean, that's weird because there's so many passes thrown out.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? That's like the fact that there are guys from an era when you didn't have that many passes being thrown.
I only know this because when Sherm retired, that was all. Sherm was obsessed with trying to get 50 picks. I'm not 100% sure if he ended up getting it or not, but he would always be like, you got to get 50 if you want to make the Hall of Fame. You got to get 50. And he said that when he seen Revis get in, Revis was the first guy that got in that didn't have 50 picks. He was like, oh, well, then I'm good. So it was more relief for him. And we was sitting there looking at it the other day, and I'm like, it was like nobody really get picks no more.
The active leader is Harrison Smith from the Vikings.
What does he have?
Let me tell you, 39.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even close.
No. So like the leader in like here's your top.
Harrison Smith played like 10 years. He only got 39 picks.
Well, So here's
that's crazy.
All right. The leaders are Paul Krause with 81. Emlyn Tunnel with 79.
I mean, are you talking about this?
This is NFL.
Okay.
All time.
Okay.
Rod Woodson with 71. Night Train Lane with 68 and Ken Riley with 65. All of those guys played most of their career prior to 2000. Rod Woodson played till 2003. Everybody else played prior to 2000. But yeah, so like to your point, like this puts him, I think Harrison Smith is tied for 89th in career interceptions with like 7 other guys.
In a league where all they do is throw the ball. It's crazy.
That is crazy. That's a really solid point. I never thought of that. All right. Maybe we'll do more interesting thoughts on the Hall of Fame coming up next, or we'll do the huddle coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
In New Albany, the left lane is blocked on 161 westbound, just passing that 62 intersection after a crash. Still seeing some major slowdowns, though, for folks in Canal Winchester, 33 westbound. Noticing an incident just passing Gender Road. That left lane is also blocked and down to 11 miles per hour for your travel times. Also seeing a crash 270 northbound, just passing Alum Creek Drive. Expect some lane closures down to 10 miles per hour for your drive times. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call Tri-State Men's Health today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at Tri-State Men's Health will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
Rodeo fans, saddle up for the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo. Presented by RM43, February 7th at Nationwide Arena. Come early for autographs, pony rides, and more. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. The buck starts here at the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Hey, Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions. And yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
The common phrase is new year, new me, but that's hard to do when you're dealing with pain. Hi, I'm Tyvis Powell with QC Kinetics. I struggled to get through the day just like you until I seen my guys at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his staff brought me treatments that help my body repair my knees and shoulders. If you're like me and don't want to have an operation that keeps you away from doing activities, then visit QC Kinetics, where your treatments is in the office and there's no downtime. You'll be moving better and stronger, and that way you can accomplish all your goals. For me, I want to lose weight this year, and thanks to QC Kinetics, I can run and lift just like I used to when I was in the pros. Simple procedure that can deliver big life-changing results. Let January be your clean slate. Stop managing the pain and start solving it with QC Kinetics right here in Dublin. Call now for your free consultation. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. So Ohio State's full schedule for the 2026 football season was released yesterday. The Buckeyes will open up with Ball State on September 5th. They will have their lone bye week following the Indiana game and before they travel to LA for a Halloween matchup with USC. The Columbus Blue Jackets will be looking for their third straight win after their game was postponed Monday. They'll take on the Flyers at Nationwide Arena tonight at 7:30. But coming up this morning at 8:30, Charlie Coyle will join T-Bone and Tyvis. Coyle played in his 1,000th NHL game last week and will be recognized for the achievement before tonight's game. The Cleveland Cavaliers are at home tonight. They're hosting LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Tonight, tip-off is at 7 o'clock. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, improving health, eating better, losing weight. Have you started your New Year's goal? Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
T-Bone would like to take a second to remind everyone that Eddie George is awesome and that Ronnie James Dio was an American treasure. And that pickles are gross. Thank you. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
30 minutes away, we will talk to Charlie Coyle from the Columbus Blue Jackets. He'll be honored tonight. Jackets taking on the Flyers. They're in town. After that game got postponed, the Kings game got postponed a couple nights ago. Now they're back at Nationwide. Coverage will be here on The Fan. But yeah, we'll talk to Charlie Coyle coming up at 8:30. Tyvis is settling some questions for people who didn't know about celebrations that defensive backs do when they make a play.
Yeah, downtown dad just learned today that that's a seatbelt gesture that they doing. He
That's
thought
the movement where they grab from the one shoulder and go across to their other hip.
He thought that it was putting the sword away. He just learned today that is a seatbelt.
I mean, I can see that, though, where it's like if I have the sword up here and I'm going to sheath it, yeah, like I put my sword, although I don't know how that would be a celebration. Maybe it's like the battle's over. I've won. I'm putting my sword away. You know what? It is a little bit, I found this out. My kids do dance, and I've had to sit through a lot of interpretive dance. And over the years, I've had to learn how to like, oh, this is what that could possibly mean. And you think about it, maybe that's what some of these celebrations are. They're a little bit like interpretive dance. But it is.
Before a DB, though, like it's strapped. Like I'm strapping him up, locking him up.
Like a child being put in a car seat. It's like he's not going anywhere.
I used to always say, like, when the Seahawks played the Broncos, I said Richard Sherman put who was it? Who was their receiver? Was it Eric Decker?
Yeah.
He had him on house arrest. He wasn't going nowhere. Nowhere.
Put an ankle bracelet
it was
on
bad.
him. That's what that is. All right. See, that's good. So we're figuring out how the celebrations work right here on T-Bone and Tyvis.
The biggest questions in the NFL are answered right here. Welcome to the Huddle.
All right, Dylan, glad to have you back. Huddle question number 1, please.
What do you guys think about the Joe Brady hire in Buffalo?
I don't like it. I'm not a fan of firing a guy and then promoting the guy from within, because it's essentially he's going to run the exact same thing that the other guy did. And then on top of that,
could that be foreshadowing for what may be happening?
I know, again with that, But like, the reason that Sean McDermott is fired is because Josh Allen performed poorly. Joe Brady called the game that Josh Allen performed poorly in. Therefore, we're going to promote Joe Brady. I think ultimately it came down to Josh Allen saying he really wanted that guy. Because
probably.
I just don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. But whatever.
To add to your point, here's a list of coordinators. I had looked this up earlier and didn't realize it was going to be a question, but Brian Schottenheimer, Cowboys' current coach, who was promoted, right, from a coordinator spot, currently was sitting with a record of 7-9-1. These are all the guys who've recently been promoted from coordinator to head coach. Gerard Mayo, we obviously know how that went for him, 4-13 with his one season with the Patriots. Same for Antonio Pierce, getting promoted for his 1 year with the Raiders. He was also 4-13. Dennis Allen with the Saints. His total record was 18-25. Doug Marrone with the Jags was 12-36. Freddie Kitchens in his 1 year was 6-10. Dirk Cutter with the Bucks was what was the total here? Like let's see. Well, they don't have the whole total, but I'm adding it up in my head. He is sub 500. Let's put it that way. 2 seasons at 5-11, and then 9-7 season his first year. So what is that? 19 and. Bad. 19 and 29, whatever. They don't have the number here, but then Ben McAdoo was 12-15. Bad is the point. It doesn't work. So,
and guess where the Browns is
I'm
about
excited
to go.
for that to happen. Yeah, that might be why I looked that up.
Jim Schwartz.
Let's go with huddle question number 2.
What are your guys' thoughts on the Mike McCarthy hire in Pittsburgh?
I feel like they just did a lateral move. I mean, I don't see him being the guy there for 10 years, for the next 10 years. Like, he's not even, I think he's like 60 something. So I don't think he's got that long anyways to be coaching. I just think that they aren't trying to elevate anything. It's like they're trying to remain where they already was. And I think you get the same thing with Mike McCarthy that you probably would have got with Mike Tomlin.
I feel like not only that, but I also think it's the type of move you do if you're not trying to win Super Bowls, you're just trying to stay in the playoffs. Like, I think he can still get this team to the playoffs. I don't think he's going to get them to a Super Bowl. So that to me that's not a risky move. It's more of a safe move. Like you said, lateral, safe. You're not trying to move this thing along and figure out something different. You're trying to just hope that you'll get in the playoffs and catch lightning in a bottle. And I don't think that's a good strategy. Huddle question number 3.
Are the Titans a candidate to go worst to first in 2026 after hiring Robert Saleh as head coach last week and Brian Daboll as OC yesterday?
Worst to first in their division?
Yes.
That's a tall order. Because it seemed like Jacksonville figured things out
Colts should be good if they figure if Daniel Jones gets healthy, or if they do something else at quarterback, right?
And everything else is made the playoffs in Texas.
Right. Yeah,
I don't think that they're going to go worst to first. I don't see them making a drastic change in 1 year. I think it's going to be a while. I think it's going to take a couple years.
I think I like the combo, though.
I do, too.
I really like that mashup of, yes, you have Robert Saleh. Both those guys have been head coaches, but now you have someone who can just literally be the head coach and kind of focus on building that defense up. Meanwhile, Brian Daboll handles the offense, development, all that stuff can be very good.
This goes back to my point about can they get people to come play at Tennessee?
Well, right.
That's historically they have not.
You brought that up,
which is weird.
I didn't realize that was such a thing, but you're right. They really haven't had free agents that have decided of anywhere I could go, let me go to Nashville.
Yeah,
and I'm surprised, but that is a reality. One more question, Dylan, if you've got one.
I feel like you guys don't agree, but I'll ask this anyway. Where does this rank for you when it comes to the least appealing Super Bowl matchups of all time? I think it ranks high up there.
Appealing? Like
least appealing.
Like, I'll tell you this, Dylan. I am someone who has more excitement, I guess. I'm probably in the minority on this. I feel more excitement when it is some people that we haven't seen there, or like there are good storylines, new, fresh, different is stuff that alternative. Like, I like that stuff when it comes to music. Some people like to listen to the Beatles. I don't, because I want to hear what's new and happening and fresh, not something that happened way before I was born. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the matchups that don't get me as excited as they do everybody else is like, oh, good, the Tom Brady-led Patriots when they were at their peak, and now they're going to go up against this Chiefs team that's also been there the last few years. I'm kind of like, I know that's the better matchup. It's like, oh, the star power's there, but it's like either way, I hate both. I don't want to see these teams win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think that's
the stuff I don't like. I like it when it's, oh, the Seahawks haven't been in a while. Patriots, I know I just said I didn't like seeing the Patriots win, but this is a new version of the Patriots with new head coach, younger quarterback. I'm interested in that kind of stuff, though I want the Patriots to lose because I'd rather see the Seahawks win. But yeah, I'm not as down on this as you are. Like
actually, it turns out to be a good game because the fact that it does lack the quote-unquote star power, anybody can win it. You know, it's not one of those games where you come in and pretty much got an idea of how that game is going to go. Nobody knows exactly how this game could go and who can win. So I think that makes it more exciting in that aspect. So I tell you what. Every day a star is born.
Malcolm Butler, baby.
Somebody gonna be a star after the Super Bowl for sure.
I'm very interested to see what the TV ratings are going to be like. It's the Super Bowl, so it's going to be good. I think it's going to be bad when you compare it to other Super Bowls, though. And T-Bone, I believe when you say you want to see alternative stuff, I think people say that they hate dynasties and all that, but they're the ones that make people tune in the most.
You're right.
Because you want to see the fall of it.
Exactly.
But Dylan, I'll even give you this. I do understand the idea that you're looking at a Seahawks franchise that has been there, done that, although it hasn't been that recently. It's not like it was 30 years ago.
Right.
Right? And then with the Patriots, we know that it's not like they're that far removed from going to Super Bowls. So even in that standpoint of like, hey, it's two teams we haven't seen there in a while. Yes, but it's not like if the Browns made it, right? Or when the Bengals made it, it was like, oh, that's cool. The Bengals, like, it's still, we've seen this matchup before. Different players in the uniforms, but we've literally seen this matchup, different times before. So I get what you're saying is even in that sense, it's still like a retread knockoff version of a Super Bowl we've already watched. So, yeah, I still think it'll be interesting, but I get what your point is there.
I love that everyone preying on the Chiefs' downfall led them back to the Patriots. I love that so much.
Which is so weird, right? Because I definitely don't want to root for that either. All right, looks like the Browns are down to 3 candidates for their head coaching job, but how real is that? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you are traveling over towards the west side, please pay attention here. All lanes are officially closed. 70 westbound, just passing Hilliard Rome Road after a couple cars spun out there. A big crash this morning. As for that detour, because we are seeing backups even passing that 70 and 270 intersection. If you could take 70 westbound to 270 southbound, that will save you a lot of time this morning, folks. That gets you to West Broad Street. Take that all the way through Prairie Township, back on on to State Route 142 northbound and eventually 70 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call Tri-State Men's Health today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at Tri-State Men's Health will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You can save $20 on your first pickup or delivery order with your digital coupon. See site for details. Restrictions apply. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Don't start the new year with the same old ride. Right now, score low lease payments on all 2026 models, like $149 a month for a brand new Elantra or $159 for a new Sonata. Hurry in and kick off the new year right. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus tax, title, and fees. 2-year lease with 10K miles per year. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's Best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Ends 2-2.
Save big on everything for your next project now at Menards. We have everything you need for updating your window treatments. Refresh your home today with blinds and shades from Window Images, including vinyl, aluminum, and faux wood blinds, cellular shades, and more. And you get them trimmed to width in-store for free. View our entire selection of window treatments on Menards.com. Plus, check out our weekly flyer and find all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Have you ever thought about having a podiatric physician examine your feet? Doctors of Podiatric Medicine set broken bones, perform wound care, and remove bunions. Common health issues that they treat include ingrown or fungal nails, corns, warts, and skin problems like athlete's foot. Foot exams are easy and can prevent many foot problems. If you can't walk, work, or enjoy sports activities without pain, what are you waiting for? To find a podiatric physician who is a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
The bone-chilling cold is how we start off our day today, with feels like temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below zero. As we go into the day, expect skies to be partly sunny with highs in the teens, but still feels like will be 10 to 15 below. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy with skies turning mostly clear overnight. Feels like yet again as low as 10 degrees below zero. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I'm going to talk to Charlie Coyle coming up at 8:30. Jackets center who's getting honored tonight with his 1,000th game played last week when that happened? But also scored his 200th goal. So, yeah, Jackets are hot right now. See if they can keep it going against the Flyers tonight down in Nationwide. So, Mary Kay Cabot tweeted this out last night. The Browns did more work on 3 of their head coach finalists today and are still working through some things. Pause. What the hell does that mean? There's 3 guys, Jim Schwartz, Todd Monken, and Nate Schilhaas, who's the passing game coordinator for the Rams. Todd Monken, offensive coordinator for the Ravens, but he's looking for work and obviously is in some head coaching searches. And Jim Schwartz, your current defensive coordinator. What work is there to do? They interviewed Nate Schilhaas for 7 hours on his second interview. They flew out to L.A. to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
They've interviewed Todd Monken multiple times. They've interviewed Jim Schwartz multiple times, and he's in the building. What info do you need to make this decision? And the only answer I can come up with is it's not their call. They've put I have to believe the Browns have put this in the lap of someone of these guys. Probably, I don't know, either Monken or Schilhaas, and said, do you want the job? And they're going, I'm not sure. Like that's the only way I can read this, because the other way to read it is that the Browns are so inept that they, through the luck of other teams picking their guys and other teams deciding they're not going to go with Nate Schilhaas or whatever, they've got their candidates. They've interviewed them all. They're Rooney Rule compliant. Nothing is stopping them from making the pick, and they still don't know what they want to do. If I have to believe that scenario, then that totally explains why this organization can never draft good talent, or largely has missed on draft talent, because in the draft, you don't have an infinite amount of time. You have a time limit to make your picks. Here, they have no time limit, and they are taking their good-ass time trying to make this pick because they don't know what they want. So I hope it's the fact that they've asked one of these guys, and he has said, let me think about it. And they're still keeping the other 2 guys on the line because they're like, well, if that guy turns us down, we have to go to the next guy.
Well, if it's Schilhaas, I mean, has he gotten an interview with what's left? The Cardinals and Raiders and us? Is that the 3 jobs left?
I think that's right.
So has he gotten
maybe what I'm forgetting?
Has he even gotten an interview with them? With the other 2? Because if not,
I don't recall.
And this is either be an OC, be what you were, a pass game coordinator with the Rams, or be the head coach for the Browns. I feel like that should be an easy answer.
Right. Yes, you would think that he's not even the offensive coordinator technically for the Rams, which I know it's Sean McVay. You know, he's an offensive-minded guy, all that stuff.
Maybe they just wasn't impressed as they thought they would be. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay, then. But
and I keep saying, like,
then don't hire him and hire the other guy. Like, make a decision. You've had more time than anyone. What are we doing? Does this not show you the dysfunction of this front office to a degree where they're so methodical? We've got 8 million little personality tests for you to take. We're going to do a 7-hour interview with you. And now 1 day and a half has passed since they did that. And they're still like, I don't know. I really hope it's not that. I hope it's that they've put the job in front of somebody and that person has said, ugh, I don't know if I want to.
I think you got to think about what this team needs. And I said it on Rothman and Ice when I did my hit segment yesterday, where I was like, you know, people in Baltimore said that they didn't like Todd Monken, right? Like, it was some rift there. But when you turn the tape on Sunday, throw away this season because there was a lot of injuries. But when you look at how they performed the last 2 years, Lamar got an MVP and that offense was really good. You look at Jim Schwartz. People might not love Jim Schwartz, but you see the results on Sundays. I think that might be what the team needs, because you got a bunch of young players and you're trying to build the foundation and get these guys in line. Maybe you need one of those 2 guys to be the head coach to get these guys to fall in line.
Yeah. I just know this. The Browns seem to always find a way to make this decision more difficult than it needs to be. I get not wanting to make the wrong move, but leadership says at some point you should already have a plan in place. So I have to hope it's one of these other guys is waiting to make their decision, not the Browns aren't sure what to do. Because if that's the case, that doesn't bode well for the future.
Do we think they're doing if it's not Schwartz, if it's the other two guys, they're still handcuffing him to making Schwartz the DC if it's Shieldhouse or Monk?
They are 100% doing that.
And do we think that's affecting the timing of this?
I for sure think that those other coaches who've been presented with that, I mean, haven't we had at least one of them say, like, not of these guys, but hasn't that been a thing of other coaches saying, like, the fact this was a precondition, I'm out. Like, I don't want to even interview for this job because I should be able to pick who I want.
Again, the Browns should not let that factor into the losing of Jim Schwartz should not factor into hiring the right guy. You hire the best guy for the position that you think is the best for head coach, and you let the chips fall where they may.
If you don't think that guy should make the decision on who the defensive coordinator is, then why are you letting him run your organization? Like, that's insane. It's just it's a flawed process from the start. And even if they end up lucking into the right guy, the process is definitely flawed. Speaking of bad processes, sometimes we as men think, I would just ignore this. That's a bad process. If you're dealing with something in your life that needs to get fixed, you want to get it fixed. Sometimes the quick fix seems like the way to go. Like, hop online, order a pill if you're dealing with low testosterone or maybe erectile dysfunction. Order that. It'll come to the door, and then that'll be fine. Hopefully it works. Well, one size fits all is not right when it comes to you and your body. That's why I trust Columbus Men's Clinic. They're a medical provider focused solely on ED and low T. They've been doing it since 2014, and they do it the right way. You can go see them in person. You can book your appointment online. 30 seconds is all it takes. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. You'll go in, meet with the medical professional about what's going on with you specifically. Get the blood work done. They'll review that and find a solution that works for your body and your budget. They've got multiple options for you, whichever you're dealing with. If it's low T, if it's ED, if it's both, they can help you out. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com, or you can call them today. 614-300-7400. Again, that number, 614-300-7400 for Columbus Men's Clinic. The Ohio State schedule is out, Tyvis. And I hate to break this news.
You're nervous.
Well, I mean, there's two things here. One is the schedule is definitely amped up from last year.
Yes.
Right? You have road games at Iowa, at USC.
You won't have to
at
hear
Texas.
That. This team has not been tested. You don't have to
at
hear
Indiana.
That. You don't
No,
have to hear that.
they will have been tested by the time you get to the end of this schedule for sure. Plus, they get Oregon at home, Michigan at home. There's 6 very solid games on this schedule at least that are, and a stretch of them where it's, what is it, at Indiana, bye week? No. Is that right? At Indiana, bye week, at USC, Oregon at home.
Correct.
I think.
Yes.
Late October, early November. I was looking at this schedule, though, trying to figure out the biggest question on Buckeye fans' minds, which is, will we get a night game in the shoe? Like a big game, not Kent State, which is the one I think we're going to end up having as a night game.
That you can pencil that. You can put that down with a pen. That's going to be a night game.
That can be a night game. That's fine. But I want a big game night game.
On Peacock, though.
Yes, that's right. Well, we looked at the schedule, and the one that seems like it would be the ideal candidate for a big night game in the shoe would be Ohio State and Oregon, right? If that happened, that would be that's the night game we're talking about, right? Well, if you don't know how this works, we tweeted this out at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter. You can go find the article. It's from The Athletic last year. There is a draft for which TV network gets the games. Just book it down, write it in ink, write it in blood. Fox, if they get the game, they're going to put it on Big Noon. That's just what they do with their biggest games. They will put their biggest games on Big Noon. That's what they do. If CBS gets it, their biggest game will be at 3:30. NBC gets it, their biggest game will be at 7:30. That's what they do. Fox gets the first 3 picks every year of the Big Ten slate. The number 1 pick every year is Ohio State and Michigan. No doubt about that. Another game that they will definitely want, I would presume, is Ohio State at Indiana. The former 2 defending national champions going head-to-head on the road for Ohio State. That'll be a big one. They will want that game. The third game they will want, I promise you, is 11-7, Ohio State hosting Oregon. And if Fox picks that game, it will be at noon again. And I looked at the schedule, folks. I'm telling you, of the games Fox can pick, they also have the Big 12 schedule. Utah BYU is the only other game they could pick. They can't pick the SEC games. They can't pick Notre Dame Miami, which is on that 11-7 date. I'm telling you.
Our night games in the shoe is Kent State and Maryland.
That's probably
and maybe Northwestern.
Yeah. Hey, sure.
Return to Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
What a storyline.
Ooh. Yeah, that's great. I'm just telling you, there's no chance. I hate to say it, but I mean, I did the math. I looked at it. I tried to find an angle. I cannot see them taking any other games than those with their first 3 picks. Those are the 3 biggest games in the Big Ten this year. So they are going to for sure take them. And they okay, if you want to say Oregon, USC, maybe they would take that game over Ohio State, Oregon. I doubt it. But also that's a West Coast game. They're not going to put that on Big Noon. Those schools would throw a fit. To have a 9 a.m. kickoff, no chance. So they're going to pick the game that's on Eastern time. Oregon coming back to the East. They will put that at Big Noon. And they put the Oregon game the last time they were here. Did they not? That was a Big Noon game.
Yep.
So that's where we're headed, folks. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you were hoping for a kickoff that would be not like at night with a big time matchup like Oregon, Ohio State.
You know what stinks about that
happen.
one? When we went there 2 years ago, it was a night game.
Yeah, because it's on the West Coast. They're more and then they will not necessarily pick that game for Big Noon because they can't. Because I'm sure the Big Ten throws a fit and says you can't make our West Coast games play at 9 a.m.
What
on the
you gonna
West
do
Coast.
when they give them a Friday night game?
Well, there's that too. All right, 2 minutes away. We will talk with Mr. 1000 himself. Charlie Coyle joins us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. The roads are still pretty tricky out there because we are seeing a couple of closures right now. Downtown by the Arena District, that 315 northbound ramp to 670 eastbound is closed because of a crash right now. And for friends in Circleville, you are not alone. All lanes are closed on 23 northbound, just passing Sperry Drive because of yet another incident. Folks, take it nice and easy. Go slow on those curves, overpasses, bridges, and ramps, and just go slow. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
You got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
I'm Dan Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, millions of people called us for representation. Why? Because trust grows when you win. And we've won a lot. Over $30 billion and counting. When you call America's largest injury law firm, you're calling a family. You're calling an army. Our army. You're calling somebody who will fight for you. Injured? Let our family fight for your family. Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You would look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Well, we are lucky enough to be joined by a guy who has hit quite a few milestones here of late. 1,000 games played in the NHL. Charlie Coyle joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Charlie, a big honor. I know tonight is going to be another part of that where they're going to honor you at the game. How are you feeling about that, trying to stay even keel, stay level, and yet knowing that you're going to have all of that ceremony before the game?
No, well, good morning, guys. First off, it's been an awesome weekend. I've had family and friends come in. There's been a lot going on, and you know, you can call it what you want, call it distraction, but I don't think we've let it be distraction. It's all been just awesome stuff, and we've won on top of it. So it's nice to celebrate certain milestones, and the team and my teammates and everyone there has made it just so special. Just doing little things, some big things, some little things, some bigger things tonight. But on top of it, we've won, and it's always much, much better celebrating these things when you get wins and everyone's in a good mood. So, I mean, tonight, it's going to be a great honor, and I'm very, very fortunate and very lucky, but also I'm like, all right, this thing has gone on long enough. It's enough about, me and what I've done. Let's get it going here.
You guys were on a 2-game win streak, and then unfortunately, the other game, the Kings game, gets postponed, which gives you more rest time. Was that a good thing, or do you think that was one of the things that you wish you would have played that game?
Probably, if I had to pick, probably wish we would have played. We're kind of in the groove. It wasn't like it was a back-to-back, and I think now the scheduled game from the canceled one is now back-to-back in March. I'm pretty sure we play the Kings at home, and then the next night we're going to Tampa.
Yeah.
So that won't be an easy task, but you know what? That's what it is. And you can't, you can only control so much. Can't control the weather all the time. So you got to roll with it, and we'll make the most of it whenever that game is. But you know what? We get an extra day of rest, which we haven't got that many days of rest in I don't know how long. So you just take advantage of the situation you're in and make the most of it in a positive way.
So obviously the last couple games that you did get to play that weren't postponed couldn't have been more different games, right? Getting the 1-0 victory against the Stars, kind of ending a streak that they were on, and then the Lightning had a point streak going. You guys ended that in a much different type of game. But is there any constant that you could see from both of those games as you look back on them and think like, yeah, but this is what we're doing that's different, and that's why we've now won, 6 of the last 7, that kind of thing?
There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, little tweaks and things that we've done to get better, get more efficient. Both weren't perfect games. I mean, the Dallas one, yeah, we played very good defensively. Goalie plays well. 1-0. I mean, that's a pretty great game for us against a really good team, and to shut them out. And to come out with a big win. The Tampa one, a few more goals that game. We gave them a little too much, especially them playing on back-to-back. We kind of give them some easier opportunities and on-in rushes that they finish, and of course they'll do that more times than not when you kind of lay it on a platter for them. But there was never any doubt in our game. It just felt like we were never out of the game. It didn't feel like it was, in the other teams, that they were going to pull it out. It was always like, hey, all right, they scored, or we made a mistake, or, let's go. Let's next shift and let's do it the right way. And just having that mindset and having that feeling on the bench, on the ice is so huge. You can feel things start to turn in a good way for us because we have that. But also we have a lot of guys buying in a little more. I think we're all buying in that much more. We're playing through checks. We're not trying to stick check all the time. We're slowing them down. We're playing the body, being physical. And then we see the turnovers we have from it, and we're playing with the puck more.
Charlie, ever since, I don't think we had a chance to talk to you since the coaching change has happened. How has Coach Bones been impactful to you? What's been the biggest difference you've seen in your play personally from the new coach?
Well, I like communication. I think we all like communication. He's very big on communication. I think there's almost never a moment where he's not talking to someone or the team or whatever. But that's really refreshing, and just, because he wants to learn about everyone as quick as possible and learn how we play, how guys are, how to get the most out of guys. And you can only do that by talking, interacting with people. And he has to do it right away where we're in the middle of the season. We have no time to spare. We don't have training camp. So I think it's been a great thing, even on the bench, where he's talking to us, and maybe they just scored, or maybe we scored, or whatever it is, and he kind of leans over to you and say, "Hey, Charlie, your line's up next. I need you to have a shift down there. Don't turn it over. Let's get it down there and have a great shift here. We need to sway some momentum back." And you tell it, and you're like, "Oh, okay. Now I know what to do. I know exactly what he wants in the situation, and now I feel valuable, and I'm pumped up to go do it." And it's just little reinforcements like that can all help and make everyone feel valuable. And it's been it's working so far, and I think it's going to continue to be a very positive thing for us, and something that we need.
Charlie Coyle joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jackets tonight taking on Philadelphia. Pre-game, there will be a ceremony honoring his 1,000th game played, which is awesome. I was wondering, though, I didn't grow up in a rink. I haven't been around hockey as much as obviously you have or a lot of the other players, but I saw something from practice. I believe I saw this from you guys. Did you guys have to go out and use sticks that were like curved the opposite way the other day and do a drill like that? What does that do for you guys? Was that just to try to get you not thinking and playing in a rut, just trying to break up some of those muscle memory things and try to get you to do something different?
Well, I'm glad you noticed we're using the wrong curved sticks, and that wasn't us and how we just woke up and forgot how to play. 'Cause that was ugly. It's ugly to watch. My family actually came to practice to watch. And
oh, great!
Like, oh my goodness, these guys serious. But I've done that before. It's just a simple way of coming in and just like having some fun right off the bat. Everyone's a little funky with the opposite hand. We literally, I don't know if people think we can do both, but we certainly can't. And it's so awkward and funny to watch professional athletes perform like that because it's all in fun. And I think it's just a kind of, I don't know, maybe there's some science to it and it gets the brain going. You're doing something, they say to brush your teeth or with the opposite hand. Maybe there's something to it that way, but I think it's more just having fun, having a few laughs, and still being a little competitive within that just to start practice. But I've done that a few times, and it's always pretty funny.
Yeah, you want the video to be burned afterwards, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Last thing for you, I saw you were talking about family. I know your family's been in town. Your dad was there. He got to read the lineup card for your 1,000th game. What did that mean to you for that moment to have your dad there?
Well, it was funny because Blue Jackets had asked my wife if she wanted to set off the cannon that game too, and my wife was kind of like, we have our daughter. She would hold the daughter. She's pregnant. I was like,
sure.
Well, we can ask my dad too, and you can stand there up there with him. Maybe he'll do it. So I text my dad, hey, you want to do the cannon? Of course, he says, yeah, sure, I'll do that. No problem. Well, I didn't realize that secretly my wife and Blue Jackets were texting my dad at the same time saying, hey, do you want to do the start lineup too? But don't tell Charlie. So I guess he was saying yes to both of them, probably instead of being like, I don't know how that's even possible. But so and I've seen videos of other guys who played 1,000 games, their family comes in, does a lineup. I wasn't even thinking of that with everything going on. There was just so much until probably a minute before my dad came in. I was thinking about it. I go, oh no, who's coming in? I go, they better not be having anyone coming in. But then I'm like, my wife wouldn't do it. My daughter's too young. My dad's doing a cannon. I'm like, who is going to be coming in? There's no way. And he comes in. I'm like, oh my gosh. So he came into the starting lineup, did so well, and guys were, pumped up and laughing, and it was awesome to see. And then we go right on the ice, and all of a sudden we look up, and they're going, oh, Charlie Coyle's dad is lighting the cannon. All of a sudden he's up the cannon now. We're like, how the heck did he move that fast?
Yeah, you didn't know he had that speed, did you?
No, not at all. He still got it, I guess. So wasn't even out of breath or anything, but it was funny because he was doing both, and I didn't realize. But he just went with it and agreed to it, and had a great time with it. And that's the special stuff that you're gonna you remember that, and just I don't know, made him feel special, made me feel special, and I know everyone back home and our family and friends, they loved it too.
Well, you definitely deserve it, and it's going to be a lot of fun watching that tonight and watch you guys on the ice as well. We'll have all the coverage here on the Fan starting at 7. Flyers in town, puck drop at 7:30. Thanks again, Charlie. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.
There you go. Charlie Coyle on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
If you are heading towards 315, take note. We are still seeing all lanes closed on that northbound ramp to 670 eastbound, closer towards the Arena District downtown. As for that detour, if you can pass that ramp completely, taking 315 northbound all the way up to Lane Avenue. Once you get there, exit off and loop back on to 315 southbound and eventually get you going on 670 eastbound. We also have a crash causing all lanes closed on 23 in that northbound direction, just passing Sperry Drive in Circleville. We do know, according to officials, it does involve a trooper that was struck in their vehicle. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Aaron, when we say same-day furnace installation, what does that mean exactly?
It means if you call us in the dead of winter because your furnace has died, we will install a new furnace the same day.
Get Eco.
So by same day, you mean like the next day, but within 24 hours?
No, Jerry, the same day you call.
How can we do that? Do we really have furnace techs just sitting here waiting for emergency calls?
Yes.
And we have a whole warehouse full of different furnaces, so we'll have one ready to go no matter what you need?
Yes.
And we have extra trucks in the fleet just parked and ready to be loaded at a moment's notice?
Yes.
How do we do that?
Jerry, how could we not do that? If your heat goes out in the middle of winter, that's an emergency. So we'll be there the day you call.
Get Eco.
We should install a pole the guys can slide down, like firefighters.
No, Jerry, and please don't suggest that in front of the team.
Get Eco.
GetEco.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
There's no place in hockey where you'll find more passion, more pride, and more boom. Make some memories with the Columbus Dispatch Family Value Pack, presented by ABC6 and Fox 28 at BlueJackets.com/family.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at FranklinCountyAuditor.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you're noticing issues with ED or low T, then your relationships, your confidence, and even your career has already been affected. Online folks promise convenience and discretion, but their treatments are generic and some are even unsafe. Guys, no more excuses. Columbus Men's Clinic has a medical provider focused solely on ED and low T. The right way. No unproven snake oil or peptides without solid research. They've been helping men get safe, effective treatment for over a decade. Call 614-300-7400 right now or book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Their medical foundation means freedom to practice medicine the right way, not confined by one-size-fits-all pills. Plus, there are treatments that can help you maintain what you've got. Just like going to the gym to maintain muscle, there's ways to keep ED and low T at bay without a pill. It's time to show up for your family and your life like never before. Turn your tomorrows into today. Call 614-300-7400 or book online in under 30 seconds. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
What does it mean to live here, serve here in the Ohio Army National Guard?
It means I can attend college full-time and not have to take out student loans to pay for my tuition.
It means I can work my civilian job during the week and support my state and nation in times of need.
You too can live here, serve here as a member of the Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with full-time benefits at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. All your favorite Fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. One of these men was prom king. The other is Tyvis. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We hit a lot today. We went into the Belichick Hall of Fame conversation. We went into the Buckeyes schedule conversation. So much more. If you missed any of it and you want to hear it, just go search us up on your favorite podcast app. Just look for T-Bone and Tyvis. Wherever you get podcasts, it'll be there for you. You can download it free of charge and get it every day to your device. If you hit like, subscribe, follow, whatever your podcast app does, that will help others find it, and it'll help you get it every single day for free. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis on your favorite podcast app. Bo Bishop is joining us now. Bo, good morning.
Hi, boys.
I saw something last night that I thought might get your dander up. And it involves the fall of a great sport to some degree, but also modern sports media where it is. College basketball.
Yep.
Number 3, Michigan. Number 5, Nebraska. Combined 39 wins between the two of them.
Yeah.
1 loss combined between the two of them. This game was a 3-point game. Came right down to the wire. Michigan won it at home, in front of their fans. It was on Peacock.
Yeah.
And I mean,
was it really?
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. I understand what they're doing. I don't have to like it.
No, and no one's going to watch it. And what's going to happen is there's going to be a generation of fans who punt. And you say, well, Bo, you're old. What difference does it make? But this is a true story. So the boys were excited to watch this game. They were all jacked up to watch it. They opened the Peacock app, and they're going to watch it. And the app just kept stalling out. And so they bailed on it, and they ended up watching Michigan State and Rutgers instead. I'm like, what are you guys watching? They're watching Michigan State Rutgers. I'm like, isn't Nebraska playing Michigan? And they're like, the app, it's too annoying. So yeah, the Chris Holtman got a lot wrong, but he did get this part right. There was a cost for the non-football. There's a football cost too, but there's a massive cost for the non-football sports in the Big Ten of that deal that they set up with NBC, CBS, and primarily Fox for football. The cost of that is men's basketball. And the idea that this game wasn't something that you couldn't just turn on and watch is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I hate it.
Well, I think you and I know this. Anybody who's
I thought they was putting the Peacock games on NBC on like YouTube TV.
On some platforms, they brought back NBC Sports Network.
Right. Like that's how I watched, I think the Cavs was on there like a couple days ago, and I watched it on YouTube TV because it was on quote unquote Peacock.
Right, but it's not on every network. Not every cable system has it. And too, they haven't made a big proclamation of like, hey, by the way, if you don't have Peacock, don't worry, you can go watch it here. You may stumble across some stuff like that, but this is the point. We know this from doing this business for so many years. Like your kids are rare in the sense that like they are sports focused. Their dad is sports focused. Like your family is very sports focused, and they had it carved out to watch.
Yeah, they were excited
and still couldn't watch it. How many other people don't even know that game's happening and would just be flipping across and go, oh, hey, this is a good game. Wait a second. Look at the records next to these. Right. Like this is the thing. Like they need that flip across it and find it thing. Major League Soccer's gone through this. Other sports leagues have gone. You need people to just be able to flip across and go, oh, that's cool. What a great game. Let me watch it.
Money too good.
So just think about this. What are the two most popular the most popular sport we have by 100 miles is the NFL. And then second is college football. But then inside of college football, and I heard you guys talking about this earlier in the week, so I know you know the answer to this test. What conference had the most viewers?
Oh, it was the SEC.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a big reason that those two things are the way that they are is that from 1992 on, the best game of the week in that conference was on CBS.
Yeah.
And you could get it in any town in this country. So for 30 years, they told you 3:30 CBS, everyone can watch it. This is the best game in college football every single week. And for a portion of the time it was. There were a lot of great Alabama, LSU, a lot of great games in there. But it got ingrained into our consciousness that that's the best league, even if it's not the last couple of years. But you still believe that it is. And that is an unbelievable thing that they did. They took the most regional entity in the sport and turned them into national brands. They turned Alabama, Georgia into national brands. Like those are the most, I've been to those places. They're the most regional places you could ever be. And to have people on the West Coast caring about those games, it's because they were, I think, in my theory, I think a big part of it was because they were on national television every week at 3:30. And the NFL is going to be up against a very interesting question. To this point, the NFL hasn't gotten all the money they could get from broadcast. They could get more from Amazon and Google. They could do, if they wanted to go down that road, Apple, they could if they wanted to. So far, they've kept it primarily on broadcast over the air.
Yeah.
There's still a huge faction of this country, not as big as it was 40 years ago, but there's still a big faction of this country that wants to be able to turn on their television and see their games. And it's critical that you're able to do that. Otherwise, you're going to just lose fans every single year that you don't.
Well, and to that point, the generation of people that do turn on the TV and just watch it are the generation that largely still likes sports. The younger you go, the more varied the opinions are on what sports is to them in their lives. It's not as important. So
you guys have kids? How much patience do your kids have?
0. But the good news is this, Bo. The good news is this. In the NBA tonight, your kids can watch arguably the best thing that'll be on TV. The Cavs versus Lakers. LeBron comes back to Cleveland, and it's nationally televised. It's on ESPN.
There you go.
Yeah. We have basketball practice, but they'll watch in between. I was there when he came back. I was at that game when he came back as a member of the Miami Heat. And I was covering that game, and I would tell you that is the closest, that is the most angry I have ever felt an audience ever, a crowd ever. And it felt like, I remember saying this on Channel 10. Jerry Revish was doing the crosstalk with me, and he said, Bo, what does it feel like there? And I said, honestly, Rev, it feels like we're in Rome at the Colosseum, and everyone's rooting for the gladiator to get eaten by the lion. Like they wanted violence on LeBron. I was really worried about it. So we've come a long way since then. But maybe this will be it for him there. I don't know. He's still obviously playing at a very high level, but he's 42. How long do you keep it up? I was at Kobe's last game in Cleveland. That was a fun one to go to when he played the Cavs, to see him one last time. So maybe this is it for Bron. My hunch is, knowing LeBron a little bit, that he's going to want the tour, though. Like everybody
I
giving him his flowers.
So. Oh,
don't you think?
I tend to think that's definitely happening.
If he is going to retire, he'll probably do one more year, and he'll let it be known that this is my last year. That's my hunch.
I tend to agree with you on that. All right. Yeah. Well, 9 to noon, I'm sure you get into Belichick, Buckeye schedule, and much more. Anything else we should know?
Yeah. So, Tyvis, you set me up with Joshua. He's in again with us today, and you set me up with Joshua about run fits against Michigan State. I forgot that you couldn't tackle, and that was the real issue. I forgot that part.
When we took,
you couldn't tackle. So.
I may have had the most missed tackles that year.
That was a hell of a stat.
But the next year, I improved, and I was second.
Bo, there's a tweet we found. Someone sent it to us right when they announced this little partnership in the mornings, where someone said, are you going to bring this tweet up to Tyvis? And it was me from like 2015 saying, Tyvis Powell with another missed tackle on a bad angle.
Hey, I failed geometry.
Smitty chose violence in 15? Oh, my God.
We made it our Twitter header for a while. So
that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's very good.
All right. You've got Joshua Perry in. So, Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on The Fan. Thanks, Bo.
All right, boys.
The biggest questions in the NFL are answered.
Or not that.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the chill? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on Train furnaces, including 0% APR for 60 months.
Good job, T-Bone.
I nailed it. It's great. Super Bowl 20, January 26, 1986. Mike Ditka was coaching that game, wore the sweater vest. A sweater vest that is obviously, pretty iconic. We know Tress was known for his sweater vest. Well, Ditka was doing that even beforehand. This thing is a double XL because Ditka, don't forget, was 6'3", 240, I believe.
Yes.
He's 6, I don't know what he weighs now, but he's still 6'3". Current bid on this thing, it's on an auction site called Goldin, Goldin, $82,000 with 26 bids.
What, a sweater vest?
Uh-huh. It's still got 10 days left. I wouldn't be surprised this thing goes over $250,000. But yeah, people are very interested in the Ditka sweater vest. It is got a note from him saying, yes, this is mine. It's not a knockoff. It's not some replica. This is really his. So if you want it, go check it out. You can go buy it right
I
now.
heard it's just Fish and Common Man going back and forth, driving the price up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All right, Bishop and Friends is next. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow morning to talk with you bright and early, 6 a.m. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still noticing some big delays after a crash on 70 westbound, just passing Hilliard Rome Road on the west side of Columbus. All lanes officially closed out there. As for that detour, because backups are really extending towards that 70 and 270 intersection. 70 westbound to 270 southbound will save you a lot of time for this Wednesday morning commute. Once you get to 270, get off at West Broad Street and take that westbound all the way towards West Jefferson. Right before you get there, though, go northbound on 142 and eventually back on 70 westbound. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Have a good